The following program is hosted by immature, irreverent, obnoxious, and often disgusting young men. Listener discretion is advised.
This time on Nude Clan, we check a box. The box of the final Patreon invite episode with Fringe Philosopher.
Shall we play a game?
You got several things to do. You got work, kids in school. What do you do when it's all over?
How do you hand something from one player to another?
Dark soul light. Turn on the TV, pick up the controller and play some games with the new clan.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Nude Clan. I am Joe.
I'm A4.
I'm Zach.
And we have a special guest today.
I'm French Philosopher. What's
Yeah.
up?
Welcome, Fringe Philosopher, to Nude Clan, replacing our host, Caleb Schweiss quit today.
Fringe wrote them a
So,
song a year ago, and so now he's a member of the show too.
Yeah, so now he's part of the show.
The
Twice, and
alcoholism
I fought to
finally
the death
caught
in
up.
the arena, and I won. So
Yeah,
It's
this
not
is
hard
right,
when
Bill.
his liver and his kidneys are failing from the amount of alcohol he drinks.
And
I didn't say it was
was-
a fair fight.
It was a
one
mercy.
fight.
It was a mercy.
ironically, the song that he wrote for the show ages ago that got him the job is
Caleb. Caleb, I'm coming for you.
yeah.
That's
It's always funny because I always play the C
stereo.
Caleb one, and you guys don't know until it gets to the part where he spells their
Give
name
it
out.
to you.
Oddly enough, sounds really similar.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know why.
C Caleb and K.
I feel like you can
don't- I
tell
don't
when
know
they
what
do a K Caleb between a C Caleb. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They
little bit
have
like-
like a yeah, exactly. I imagine that
There's
it's
like
it's easier for like
One's-
Craig and Schweiss
one's
to pick it out.
Caleb and one's Caleb.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's something. It's an inherent thing that only Caleb's can pick up on.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're gonna be talking to Fringe. I've told him to bring with him his 5 favorite games, but of course he can talk about whatever he wants to talk about because Fringe, it is of course your episode. But before we get to that, it has to become our episode about what we've been playing over the last week.
What if
A4.
Fringe? What if Fringe just turned this up? It's like, oh, I can talk about anything I want. All right. Well, anyway, there's that train that derailed and poisoned the river in Ohio. But no.
right
So
next to me. That's strange.
oh no. So this week I have been playing a lot of Hogwarts Legacy, as you do when you were a transphobe. It's pretty fun. I like it so far. I don't play a lot of like new open world games like when they come out. So I don't really know if I have the right barometer to judge whether or not this is a good one. Because I imagine if you played a lot of recent ones like what do you call it? Horizon Forbidden West or God of War or Ragnarok, you probably get like jaded on some of the other open world games that aren't like, you know what I mean, like super duper in depth or whatever. But I'm enjoying this one so far. I've been just kind of exploring the castle. Barely did a few of the what do you call it, the main story quests. But like the polish on this game feels real, and it really is reminding me of like why I like the setting of Harry Potter. I've always been like a Harry Potter fan, just not like outspoken or anything. Just kind of
In
been like
90% of the world.
yeah, but
Yeah.
it's like, you know, I
Yeah.
like the movies, and when I go to the theme parks, I love walking around and hearing that music and getting a butterbeer. So it's like, oh, cool.
I
we're
mean,
gonna do
you
that
could
in
be
video
playing a
game.
good game like God of War Ragnarok. I don't know why you're not. Or God of War 4.
Well, because it's not transphobic enough. I gotta play a game.
You could be playing a fantastic game. And you're
Fucking-
choosing not to.
Craig brought this up in the group chat, and I have to bring it up too because it's funny. There is a trans character in this game, and meeting this character is maybe the most jarring thing I've ever experienced in a fucking video game. And I'm not trying to be mean here, but like the question we had a few After Darks ago, the question we had a few After Darks ago, where it was like, has there ever been a moment in a game that like took you out of the immersion and the story of the game? Meeting this character is my new answer for that, because holy shit. It is it threw me for a loop because
Is the character suddenly cell shaded?
they might as well be.
Okay.
They might as well be because let's just. I'll be as nice as I can here. Let's just say if you closed your eyes and you didn't see what the character looked like and you heard the voice, and then you open your eyes, you go, "Whoa, okay, that is not the voice that should be coming out of that character's mouth." But I mean,
Okay.
yeah. The game's cool so far, though. I haven't gotten like too deep into the combat yet, so I don't really know if that's any like good or not. Because it's kind of a slow burn. Like I've just been doing classes so far, but they kind of give you an idea like early on with a guy that's tagging along with you in the prologue of the game that like what the combat might be later on, where he's like doing like flipendo and something else
Oh my
where
God.
he pushes him
Is
away.
Flipendo really in this game?
There's a lot of. I mean, I don't have
bro.
I don't have nearly all the spells yet. I just have like Accio.
Well,
and,
no. Flipendo is the spell that they put in the Harry Potter games decades ago.
I mean, I would assume.
Like, it's not in the books.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
100%.
he said a bunch of spells that are Latin sounding and ending. So I don't know. You do stupefy. It's like because you have if you press like Y, you do like a quick shield move that kind of works as your parry. But if you hold the button after you parry a move, you can like hit stupefy, and it causes enemies to have like a weakened state where they're not attacking and they take more damage. But all I've really got right now is my basic like just little. They just call it a basic cast. You're just shooting little red lightning bolts out of your wand. So
I have not been that excited for a game in a long time, and I'm not even close to being able to play that right now.
Oh, you really want to
So-
play this?
Yeah, I do really want to play.
Honestly, I think you'd
the
like
Harry
it.
Potter game.
I think you'd like it if you like the old like PS1 Harry Potter games because it's kind of got. Well, I didn't play those, so I don't really know. But like it, imagine exploring Hogwarts and all the intricate little nooks and crannies you can find. Just
That's exactly what I want to do.
with today's
wanna
fidelity of
return-
graphics and stuff. Yeah.
I just want to return to being a 13-year-old forever.
I didn't realize I was surrounded by children. This is nuts.
I mean,
I'm
Oh, I'm
the
sorry.
comic-
I'm
I'm
sorry.
the
Are there not?
comic
Is there
reader.
not enough capes
I'm the
in
comic
this?
book reader. Yeah, there's not, honestly.
Is there not enough? What
Honestly.
does comic books have now?
Tights.
Gay superheroes? Is there?
Yeah, it's bullshit. There's not.
And how is
I
Dumbledore
can't-
not a gay superhero?
Dumbledore's not even in this. The
Goodness.
headmaster of this is I think-
Figgle Wiggle. Professor Figgle Wiggle.
no, he's Nigelius.
That's Harry Potter words. That's the stupid word she uses. So I don't want to hear it.
Literally the headmaster. His last name is Black, so I guess he's related to Sirius Black, and he's played by Simon Pegg. So that's cool.
Oh,
Yeah, it takes place in like the
Simon Pegg.
1890s. So you get a lot of familiar names, like the Professor McGonagall of this game is Professor Weasley. So I guess like she's Ron's like distant great grandma or some shit.
So there's some
interesting.
fucking picture of her in the school somewhere that they're gonna add into the special edition of Harry Potter. Like, they're gonna be like, oh,
I don't know, but
there's Simon Pegg.
I'm having a lot of fun with it. And if you have like your house and your wand on the Pottermore website, you can like link your account to that, and it'll just put you in the right house and give you the right wand when you unlock those in the game.
Oh, damn.
So there's like definitely a
That's
level
really
of
intricate.
there's like a level of synergy between like that stuff that feels kind of nice, where it's just like and like to get so specific as like when I took the test for the house and the wand after I tried doing it in the game, because in the game it just asks you like 2 questions, and I got put in Hufflepuff. But then I did the questions on
Which makes sense. That makes sense for you.
But then I did the quiz on the website, which is way more involved, and it put me in Ravenclaw. So I assume that's the one I'm actually supposed to be in. But like,
no, you're a Hufflepuff. You can tell with your shit-eating grins and stuff. You're a Hufflepuff.
but getting as specific with like the wand stuff is like my wand in the game and in the website is a spruce 12-inch with a dragon heartstring core and slightly springy flexibility, and it's just like, yeah, go off, sure. I don't know, and you can still kind of customize it. You can make it look however you want between like all the different wood types and everything, and you can add like wand handles later that you unlock. I can tell this is by the people that did Disney Infinity, because I have not unlocked the Room of Requirement yet, but there's a lot of like things you unlock where it's just like, this is stuff you could just put in your Room of Requirement to spruce it up. Like you put a sofa here or the Frog Choir or all this other shit.
I thought the Room of Requirement just gave you things. when you needed it.
I think it does. I don't know what the context is of the story yet, where it appears in this story. I just know that that's like your like customizable little hub where you can do like your potion mixing and.
I was once a child and read Harry Potter.
Yeah,
so I do
yeah.
remember things.
Dude,
from that.
I'm in Harry Potter 5 right now, slowly reading it in
Oh.
Spanish, and
Cute.
I listened and read the other 4 5 times each over the last year and a half. And yeah, Harry Potter's a big part of my Spanish learning, and also I'm straight up back into it again.
So if the spells,
books, dude,
if in the English version the spells are all in Latin, does that mean in the Spanish version they're all like Dragon
In
Quest
English?
spells, like, and they casted kaboom
Yeah.
and spliffity doo?
Joe, you got to play the game in Spanish then, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, or it's not real for you.
Yeah, exactly.
my problem is then I definitely have to pay attention, or else I'm like I'm not
You're
gonna
playing
hear
a game, or you don't want to pay attention to the game you're playing.
You know,
No.
Zach, that phone looks real nice sometimes when I'm playing games. for
I
some
know it
reason.
does. I've had to like
I just get-
actually like put my phone down and be
Especially
like,
when the
"Oh."
games start with the phrase Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
viewer
a big
integrity,
problem.
You're looking at the phone while you're playing the games. Oh no.
So one thing that
What-
kind of annoyed me with the game though is like I
Yeah.
had to do like a treasure map quest, and the little mini map has like a little thing that just shows you where to go to like it highlights a big like purple circle in the area to like that's where like the clue is, but it like shows you how to get there. Or
The
like there
raging
there was
clue.
one where this girl like literally lost her marbles, and I had to like get them back for her, and the little thing was just showing me where each of them was. But I guess it kind of makes sense because the layout of the castle is like so intricate and like twisty and windy that like it's probably just so people don't get fucking lost. So I guess it's not that big of a deal at the end of the day. But you made me think of that when you were saying you were going to get like lost if you played the game in Spanish. It's like, no, there's like a waypoint marker for fucking everything. You're good.
I mean, that makes
Well-
sense with it being an RPG. Is that I mean, I don't know.
It's like
I know,
barely an
like,
RPG
some-
though. It's
Some don't, but like if this one holds your hand, it makes sense because it is like a child's franchise, not trying to be a dick, but it is a kids franchise, and if they want them to play, then they're gonna want to make
It's an adult franchise now. Those kids are now adults. that grew
No,
up with
there's
it.
kids.
yeah, kids
there's
don't care about Harry
different
Potter
kinds of-
anymore. Kids
I
are
mean,
like, I
kids-
want
Kids
Fortnite.
would
Fortnite.
enjoy it now, but I think it's mainly, geared towards these adults now.
I think
Well,
it's
well,
geared-
they
are made
think
with
the
that
adults
mind.
I think
playing
it's
are
geared towards
morons.
11 to 17. I think those are the
I just
exact
feel
years.
like if it
it's
if
geared
it's gonna hold your
towards.
hand, then whatever. I mean, like that's fair. I'm just saying, I think like that's what they're gonna do in mind as new gamers and new people to the franchise, because I mean, if you look at it and this game does do well, then
I think it
it's
already
gonna
has.
bring more. I mean, it's hype for sure, and there's people that are buying it, but I mean, longevity of the game and people continuing to play it. I mean, it could bring more potential people in, and maybe people that maybe don't play video games. Like, I mean, if you look at the Harry Potter franchise as a whole, it's a ton of people from different walks of life, from different things, whatever. So some of them might not play video games. So I mean, them having a waypoint system like that was smart on the developers' part,
Yeah.
even if it might seem a little easier to you, for instance, not Joe, for you because you're an actual gamer. A4.
Yeah, but then again, like I said, with how intricate the layout of the castle is, I'm like, all right, this
Yeah.
actually makes a lot of sense that they would put this in there. And like,
Mhm.
just looking at the world map outside of like Hogwarts and Hogsmeade, it looks like it's a pretty decently sized map. Like not Elden Ring huge, not like Breath of the Wild huge, but like I kept like going
Big.
down past Hogwarts South, and I'm like, it just kept going. I'm like, oh, all right, well, fuck, there's a lot to explore. in
You
this game,
can't
I
go
guess.
into Forbidden Forest, you cunt.
You can.
No,
it's
you're
a-
not supposed to.
Well, you can. It's
You're
one of the
not supposed
waypoints.
It's off limits.
There's a Ugandan girl, and she took me to Hogsmeade and like walked past. She's like, "That is the Forbidden Forest. We do not go in there." And by the way, I know this game takes place in 1890s Scotland, but I said in the group chat, I'm like, "Look, I can buy a Ugandan girl being at Hogwarts in 1890 because in 1890 Uganda like actually existed. Now a trans character, get out of town. Come on, let's. Well, who we kidding here? But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I'm only like 5-something hours in. I've just kind of been exploring and kind of taking my time with it. And then I also played a lot of Banjo-Kazooie. I don't know why. They added a lot of the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games to the Switch. after the Nintendo.
Oh,
Direct.
are those already on?
They came out the day that they announced
Okay,
them. Yeah.
sick.
But I
Metro thing? That's
downloaded
rad.
those, and then I was like, let me look at the N64 because I didn't download like GoldenEye yet, and then I was like, kind of want to play Banjo Kazooie now that I have the N64 controller,
Oh.
and like, dude, right back to being 8 years old, fucking incredible.
Nice.
I love fucking
That's
love
sick.
Banjo Kazooie. I hope they put Tui on there eventually. I'm not holding my breath because it's owned
I
by
want-
Microsoft now, but you know,
I want that N64 controller for like old school, like for that emulator thing. 100%.
yeah, if
I
you
gotta
just,
play. I gotta play Star Fox 64 with that original controller.
yeah, just keep tabs on like cheap ass gamer
Yeah.
or something. They usually tweet out when like it's on sale.
I'm gonna have to, cause you sent us the thing for it, so like I
Mhm.
just gotta.
Yeah.
Wait.
What about you, Zach?
I played good games. I played Fire Emblem Engage. I'm playing a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get that done.
But you can't even
Um,
date high school kids in that game. How could that possibly be a good game?
It's so terrible.
What?
That was the big
Anyway.
controversy. They took a lot of the romance
Yeah.
stuff out of
They
Fire
took
Emblem
romance
Engage.
options because a lot of the characters in this one are like
There
not a
was
lot,
Harry
but
Potter
there's
reference. I was like,
there's
No.
that too. A4 is going for Cho Chang. Anyway, so there's characters in this game, in the Fire Emblem game, that are like younger. They're like children. Like they took one of the characters that is a merchant in like all the other games.
Yeah.
Like she
Yeah.
shows up and they made her a child. You can like
Yeah, I don't-
use her, but she sells shit too. It's weird. But so they took those options out, and I think it's in the Japanese version they still have these, but in ours they took them out.
Yeah.
In the Western version, because it's like, yeah, I don't want to date a child. Like, that's fucked up, dude.
Well,
Like,
they've been kind of messing with the translation of the Fire Emblem games for a while now. Like I know Fates
Yeah.
had a pretty fucked translation.
mhm.
I don't remember hearing a lot of controversy around Three Houses, but like Fates was notoriously pretty bad. Like I've seen video of like one of the support conversations between two characters in the Japanese version. It's got like actual dialogue, and in the US
Yeah.
version, it's just replaced with like ellipses, 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 and then it just ends. And I'm like I guess the joke is that they're just staring at each other, but like you took out
You're
all
like,
that.
if they're having, yeah, if they're having a conversation, make them have a fucking conversation.
I don't know. And also
Um,
like the look. This is gonna sound creepy, but I'm like the Fire Emblem thing. Persona has existed for decades and has gotten away with the shit anyway. So like, what's the problem here? Like, no one ever
I-
complains about that shit in Persona. So like, who fucking cares?
Right. I mean, like, my biggest thing is if they're messing with dialogues, like, I don't want that. I want the game. I want
Yeah.
the pure game. is
that's
what
why I didn't
want.
buy it yet because it's just
But-
like I don't want to support like shoddy translation. But
Well, I mean, that's why
Whatever.
I haven't bought Hogwarts Legacy. I'm gonna get it used. But like,
I didn't know you were an
I,
ally.
I am. I have tons of friends who are that way, so I'm gonna, not be a cunt. But
I'm
anyway,
gonna buy you a copy on Steam tonight. Actually,
No, I don't want it on my PC. I want it on PS5 if we do it. But so what I found out, so I did like the chick version for earlier because
yeah.
I want to watch a chick fight. I don't want to watch a dude fight. But so you can like romance people, and I found out that an option for romance is the goth mommy milker titty magic user lady, and I'm like, that's the person I'm gonna S rank with because it's my type. So I'm gonna go for lesbian love in this
I
game.
can't wait till you get to Tharja in Fire Emblem Awakening. Because she's
Yeah.
that game's goth big titty mommy milker.
Really, I'm excited to play it, dude. Like I have about 4 Fire Emblem games
Yeah.
off Amazon because the 3DS thing's closing. And I was like, well, I'm gonna have them for when I do play them.
Yeah.
But playing a lot of Engage. Did some Pokemon Go this last.
Why are you
Honestly,
saying
kid, so
why are you
'Cause
saying
it's
it
like
like you're ashamed?
because it's not really a game, but it is a game. Like it's a phone game, and I don't listen. Y'all can hate me, I guess, or cancel me or whatever. But I don't think mobile gaming is real gaming,
I don't either.
and I'm gonna die on that hill. But so I did some of that.
That is the stance we take here at the network.
And then good. I'm glad I'm with friends. Then Hi-Fi Rush, A4. And I just actually just played that right before the show. A4 told me I should get it and that I would like it. I have looked into it and I have decided I will like it.
I showed you one
started
specific
it.
scene that was like, here's why you're gonna like this fucking game.
Oh yeah, suck it, fucking rat. So I was like, I'm super stoked on it. Like so far, it's really good. It's like A4 said it before. I think on the show, it's a rhythm game. It's a rhythm and like I guess you could say
Character action.
adventure. Yeah, it's sick. You fight to the beat of the music. Super dope. I'm really enjoying it. I'm trying to think if there's anything.
I had to show him a clip because it's like there's a part where like the main character crashes through a window and he's just like, "Whew, all right, well, hope nobody saw me." And then like he just freezes and he's in the cafeteria with like all the enemy robots and they're just staring at him. and then they're like looking up at the TV and it says like wanted, and it's like him in the exact same pose on the TV, and then it starts playing "Invaders Must Die" by The Prodigy, and you start fighting all of them to that song.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if this doesn't
That
convince
was-
you to get this
yeah.
fucking game, I don't know what will.
Yeah, no, and it did. I was like, fuck, it's my stupid humor that I like in these games. I like The Prodigy. Like, the music is good in this game so far.
Yeah, there's Prodigy, there's
the
Nine
only
Inch
weird
Nails.
thing is, I've had it, like, I started the cutscene, and the dialogue was off. Like,
That happened to me too.
they're, like, talking, and then the character, they're like, and we gotta find him! And then it's like... And I'm like, oh, come on. Like, Microsoft, you fucker. You acquired all these big people. Like, put good shit out. Like, it's a fun game. But polish it a little bit.
I think it's
What
mostly
game?
polished. I just
I
think the
missed
weird audio desync
Hi-Fi
thing.
Rush.
Oh, Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah.
It's just, it's like, you guys ever watch that Flash Kids cartoon where it's like the console wars or whatever? And they're on the Xbox One ship, and they're like, oh, so the fanboys are like shoveling coal into like the oven, and they're making Xbox Go, and they're in this brig, and they're like, it's slowing down, give them something, and they just like grab a body, and it's got a Master Chief, and they're like, give him Halo 5! And they like push him over and like cut his throat, and they like start like licking it, and they're like, oh, this is disgusting, this is terrible gameplay, and it's like, that's what I feel like Microsoft still is, to an extent, is they're
That's
just
the
like,
game that
they're like, give him
playing next.
something. We need money. We need $20. Fucking give him something. It's like, dude, just fucking work on your shit, bro.
I mean,
I
I
know we're like a primarily PlayStation podcast. I mean, I didn't know that starting this, but
otherwise I wouldn't have.
I don't want to shit on. Yeah, I know. Just I played it more than anyone else. I mean, I don't want to shit on Microsoft because I think they do put out some good games, but I feel like little defects like that are annoying because when you're a juggernaut like Microsoft, you shouldn't be getting those. You should be polishing your shit.
I feel like with Hi-Fi
Because-
Rush, the audio desync thing with the cutscenes is just like a problem with like trying to keep the game like in sync with like the beat of the music.
Oh,
I assume
guess.
anyway. I haven't played any of other Tango GameWorks other games like The Evil Within or Ghostwire Tokyo.
But I mean,
so I don't know if that's like
besides
a
that,
problem
like,
they have.
because it was super noticeable. Yeah, I don't know. That was just super noticeable. But besides that, like, it's been fun so far. So
Yeah. I want them. I really
How's
want
God
them
of
to.
War?
Oh, God of War is good. When I last beat it 5 years ago, it was fantastic. More than that.
Come on, Zach,
Listen,
you
I
can beat that
didn't have
game.
a
You
lot
can
of
beat
time
that
to
game in
play
like
video
3.5 hours if you're really going fast.
I know I could. I just didn't have a lot of time to play video games this week because like even the ones I did, I didn't play very much. And the Switch
didn't
stuff
either.
is on my lunch at work, bro. So my girlfriend, I guess she's my friend too. She is an immigrant. She's an immigrant from Ecuador, and when she moved, they didn't have enough money for a quinceañera. So now that she's 30, she threw herself a double quinceañera.
Wow.
So we did that all weekend.
Two separate parties.
No, it was one, but it was a
Oh.
quinceañera. It was nuts. She bought like a $600 dress and got like a wedding photographer to like do pictures and shit, and like it was just crazy.
So how many gallons
Like,
of
me and
tequila
my-
did you guys collectively drink?
None. We couldn't have any alcohol in the venue that she was at.
Huh.
But she got me and my girlfriend a hotel room up there on Friday to Saturday so we could help like her set up and like do all this stuff. So like, I just really didn't.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, it's fun, but it was a lot.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, I had to dance. I didn't want to dance. Had to dance. And... Yeah. Would have rather been playing video games. But
Fringe, what have you been playing this week?
A lot of the Dead Space remake that came out
Nice.
recently. Yeah, it's pretty freaking good so far. You know, playing in the dark room with the headphones on, pretty scary. Not ashamed to say I've probably screamed quite a few times with it.
You know,
And,
actually, if
a lot of-
they changed the Easter egg in the original game, when you take the first letter of every chapter, it spells out like something that's a spoiler. But in this new one, if you take all the letters, the first letters of every chapter name, it spells out capitalism bad. So just
Really?
no.
Shut up. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
You're gonna
But
have
they-
me looking.
They literally did add in like a bunch of dumb shit from like now to the remake, where it's like now there's like an all gender bathroom on the Ishimura, and
Yeah, they did kind of wake it up a little bit.
Listen,
but
to be
it's still
fair-
pretty
is
good.
that
To be fair, I
is that the
think- I
past
think
tense
that is
version
the
of woke?
future.
Yeah,
No,
it was it was sleeping. They,
Dude,
Woken.
I think that all gender bathrooms are the future because I don't want to have to wait in line. If I'm gonna shit, I'm gonna shit.
I might enjoy shitting if if they got to come and take a piss. I'm gonna take a loud shit.
Yeah,
we have
dude,
to
why
share this
not?
bathroom.
It's
Yeah.
like at my job, they do you have gendered bathrooms, but here's the thing, truckers, there's more men than women that drive. And at my job, there's a total of 3 women that work in my building. So when I get people that are using the men's bathroom, they'll be like, people are getting stuff worked on. I'll just be like, just use that bathroom. But it's a women's bathroom. Go fuck, you gotta pee or not? Oh, I guess I do. Yeah, dude, I'm not gonna judge you.
It's a forbidden zone, though.
Well, then I just think, are you sure I can use it? I'm like, yeah, dude. Then they'll come out and be like, bro, did you just use the women's bathroom? And they're like, oh, you just said it. And I'm like, I didn't say I. Guys.
All gender
you're
bathrooms are
right,
going to be
I don't like
great.
that.
Some girl's going to be taking a dump, and I'm going to just bust in the stall and start peeing in between her legs because I got to go. And I'll be like, no, don't worry. It's fine. I'm gay.
Yeah, for those women out there, that is what happens in the men's bathroom.
Mhm.
It's true.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
bust in,
like,
you bust in the
when
stall
when
and start
men-
peeing in
yeah.
between their legs to assert dominance.
Equal opportunity.
When men
Yeah.
shit, we have to. The part of it is we have to move our balls and our dick up so someone can pee in between there. When
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's just to be polite, Like, I gotta pee really badly, bro. Can you spot me? Yeah, I got
They're
you.
like-
Move your balls and your dick.
yeah, they're like, hell yeah, dude.
Women will never know the pain of accidentally dunking your balls in the toilet water when you sit down.
especially
shit-
late at night when it's so cold.
Yeah, that shit sucks.
It's the worst.
Am I the only
but
one
yeah,
who's?
I've been
Am I
playing
the
a lot
only
of
ball
that.
dunker here? I'm sorry.
No, Cameron.
No,
you're right about that.
I'm not quite old man balls yet. They might start sagging soon. I'm not sure. But I've been playing a lot of that Dead Space remake, and
Yeah.
I beat it last year for the Hog, but I've been playing a lot of that Marvel's Midnight Suns too. That's a really good game, in my opinion. Really,
Yeah,
kinda
you like it?
I heard
okay,
good
that's good to know
things.
because I've been on the fence of that. So it's good that you have a good opinion of it.
Oh, it's phenomenal. I have like 110 hours in it or something like that.
Zach,
Okay, that's
just
good to know. That's
Zach,
really good to
just
know.
based on the fact that you like children's franchises, you'd probably love Marvel's Midnight Suns because it's like it's
Dude, I hated Avengers, dude. I hated Avengers.
right. But so this is just
Hated.
like this game. From what I can tell, is just Marvel XCOM. So take that knowledge
Oh,
with
Yeah,
what you
pretty
will.
much. And it has a lot of that MCU. A lot of people are trying to say it's like comic book humor. I don't think so. It reminds me more of that kind of like that MCU.
It has
humor,
Forspoken
which is
humor.
fine, but it's a little. Yeah, for woken.
Where
yeah, it's not the,
Thanos snaps and and half the world dies, and then fucking Ant-Man's just like, well, that just happened.
Exactly, and you're like, oh, okay. I thought we were having a serious moment here, but sure, Captain Marvel, whatever. But I mean, other than those jarring moments, it's really good. I'm mainly playing it for the gameplay though. But that's
I
about
have
it.
heard good things about that. About that game,
Cool.
and its gameplay.
Is that it, French?
Yeah, that's it for me. Just those
All
two
right.
for the most part.
Nice.
I am stuck in Metroid, Super Metroid. Super Metroid Prime is what I want to say. Or
Did you
Prime
see they
Super-
announced a Metroid Prime remaster now?
They announced.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, you
Yes,
first
they
Yeah,
for me.
first
fucking
first.
did.
Yeah, okay. I guess that was
Man,
me. Yeah, they announced
okay.
the
So
Metroid Prime
A4,
remaster for Switch.
A4 wasn't strong enough to wait for the physical collection, so he just bought the digital.
Most of my Switch games are digital. I don't have a lot of physical Switch games, so it's just
Dude, I'm so. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the 22nd so I can get the physical copy of that. Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm so excited. So
I don't
fucking
know. I
excited.
think owning physical copies of thing is kind of like starting to get more and more redundant, man. I understand the whole like, oh, the lease could go and you might not own it anymore, but
I honestly-
it's part of the it's part of the collection, dude.
I-
If you gotta
am-
download a thing
I
off
like
the
the
server in order to
collection.
play it. It doesn't matter.
I honestly I am mostly a fan of having the physical media, but for some reason with the Switch, just because like the game's usually so small, and you can
But it's
get
handheld.
you can get like a giant fucking memory. Yeah, it's just nice to not have to lug a bunch of boxes around or like one of those little cases that has all my cards in it. Where I could just like boot up whatever the fuck I want when I want to.
You could get a case that has.
No, I know. I'm just
boxes.
saying it's just nice to not have to lug anything extra around. I could just have the Switch and then all my games
But
are
it-
on there.
But it's a part of the case.
Yeah, but I don't want to like. There's only 8 slots. All right.
You think you're gonna carry more than 8 games? Like
yes.
if you go
Do you know how many games are on my fucking Switch right now? There's a lot.
You really do. You think you're gonna go out there? Because you don't play them all
Oh yeah, I do.
in the same day.
Oh yeah, I do. Oh yeah, I do.
No, you fucking
Oh
don't.
yeah,
No,
I
you
do.
don't.
I play
You
every
don't.
single Switch
You
game
fucking don't.
I own
You're a
every
bullshit
day.
liar. You
Dude,
are.
You're
the
gonna make that a
biggest
charity
fucking
stream.
liar.
A4 literally plays to the next save point of every game he owns.
Dude, that would
In
be
one
sick.
day.
Actually,
the amount of
in the
games-
stream.
The amount of games on my Switch that I bought and I haven't touched yet is fucking embarrassing. I bought Chrono Cross when that remaster came out a year ago, and I haven't touched it.
Wow.
Yeah, I played that for like an hour and a half and went, "Oh yeah, this is old as shit still," and got off it. Good game, but just
Good game, just couldn't do it.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Good game, just fuck it though.
Leave
Like
it in
that-
the past. That's what I told myself.
I only have like a few physical Switch games because I have like Pokemon Let's Go Eevee because I wanted to get the Pokeball with it. I got Doki Doki Literature Club because it was like a special edition and GameStop was having a sale.
Because you're a teenage girl.
Have you played Doki
What?
Doki Literature Club, Zach?
I
Isn't it
have.
supposed to be like
I
a
have
horror
it-
game or
I have
something?
it on my PC. I have it on the PC.
Let's just
It's
say
supposed
it's
to be like Corpse Party or something.
it's not like Corpse Party, but let's just say it's the appearances can be deceiving, Zach. And I have like the
Okay.
Labo. I have like the Labo game.
Is that the one where they gave you that
Doki?
cardboard piece and you had to make something out of it?
Yeah. Someone in the Discord was like freaking out that I had bought Labo, and it's like I bought it on clearance for like $20.
I mean, you bought it for the memes, right?
No, I bought it because it looked fun, and it was.
no.
Yeah, because A4 loves cardboard. He
I like putting
loves
together like
cardboard.
Lego sets and stuff. This is basically just that without the Lego.
You could have spent $2 at Walmart on like 2 of those cardboard box things and probably did just
No,
the
but they
same
have
thing.
it like specially folded and perforated so that it works with the thing, and it's like it's a fun little like I said on the Discord. If you have like a kid, that'd be a cool thing to play with them, like putting those things together because it also like teaches you how the Joy-Cons work and like the different functions they have, like the IR sensor and the vibration and stuff.
So what
It's neat.
happens when? How do they teach you about the drift and how to get past the drift? Do they do that? Do they
Yeah,
not talk about it? Do they go?
put a
It'll
1-800
happen when it's
number in
happening.
there.
They're
We'll
like,
talk about
Yeah.
they're
There's
like, we
a
use
number.
this graphite pad in there and it fucking sucks.
There's a number on the back of the manual that says, "Hey, call Nintendo if you're having issues. It's 1-800."
Or is it like it shows the controller? Like, I don't know if you get drift. Have you tried the Pro controller?
no,
Like,
no, that'd be funny though. I don't think Nintendo's
sorry,
that self-aware.
Schweiss isn't here to make those jokes since French killed him. So I have to take up his mantle.
I was about to say, Doki Doki Literature Club sounds like a title that they just like made up to like, it's a placeholder title for a real title that's coming down the line.
Well-
have you heard these animes coming out recently? They all have those crazy ass titles. Like,
yeah, like
I'm a chef in a kitchen, but I need to tie my shoes more often. Episode 3. Like, what the hell?
yeah.
Not wrong.
Although I will say the title fits, Joe. There is a literature club and there is Doki Dokiing going on, as in like heart pounding stuff.
Oh, is that what that means?
Yes, it's the Japanese sound for
Oh.
your heartbeat. Doki Doki.
Oh, well then
Oh,
that's
wow,
weird.
that's what that means?
weird.
Yeah, how did you not
Because
know
we
that?
have in Salt Lake, there's a place called Doki Doki, and they do like Japanese like treats.
Yeah,
I thought
Yeah.
that was like the name of the school they went to or
This is
something.
the,
Like
this
Doki
is the
Doki
sound
High.
your heart makes right before.
no, they go to the they go to the they go to
That's where you read a
the
book in the literature
Doki
club.
Doki.
no they
Doki
no they go to the
I-
Jeffrey Epstein Memorial High School.
Doki.
I wanted to make that joke for so long, like when in relation to Galgun, where it's like if we ever did a Let's Play a Galgun, I was going to be like, and here we are at the Jeffrey Epstein Memorial High School. Let's get some high school girls horny.
Oh,
Where the
God.
security cameras failed just at the right time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That
They
game ends with
definitely-
you.
dude,
the
they
game ends with you
definitely hang
mysteriously
out to dry
dying.
at that high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Doki Doki Literature Club is cool. I don't think it's going to be Joe's cup of tea, but it's a
That's
neat
because
little
Joe
game.
doesn't like visual novels.
Well, he doesn't like visual novels, and it's one of those games where it's like it's misleading for a reason. But I
I've
like
never
it.
played a visual novel. I don't like the idea of it though. It scares
Like
me.
the idea.
You don't like the idea of the
Like,
thing
is
you
it 'cause
already
it's not
read a
in
lot
Spanish?
of, just visual? Like
Wait, have you not played like the Walking Dead games, Joe?
those
No.
aren't visual novels.
Oh,
those are
I've heard those are great, though.
those are visual novels. The only gameplay in them is choose left or choose right.
yeah, but like you're not reading anything. Like everything's voice acted. It's like
I mean, that's fair, but you
that-
could say the same thing at Danganronpa.
What was
It's all-
that? Danganronpa was.
you have to read a
voice acted
shitload in
too.
Danganronpa. It's only
Voice
voice acted during the court scenes. You have to read everything else.
You're
So
such a
60%
nitpicky
voice
bitch.
actor is what makes the difference between visual novel and non-visual novel.
Yeah, well,
Is the amount of voice acting?
the Telltale games like Walking Dead and The Wolf Among Us are closer. Or
Are
they're closer.
visual novels.
No,
I
they're,
agree,
no,
they're
no.
visual novels.
They're like
even
no. They're like
marketed as
interactive TV
interactive.
shows. They're like interactive
Listen, this
TV
is
shows.
Fringe's episode, so shut the fuck up, A4.
I
If
think
Fringe says it's a visual novel, it's a visual novel.
Host. I think you live in like Pennsylvania or something. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe. Speaking of reading, I finished The Fires of Heaven today.
Oh, the
Yeah.
end's really fucking crazy on that one.
Yeah,
isn't it?
dude. Yeah, bro. I'm sitting at work and I like have my headphone in while I'm working. I'm like, the fuck? The fuck is going on? What the fuck? Why? What? Yeah, that was like seriously it's crazy.
Get ready for 4 more books of, or no, 3 more books of really boring book, really great ending. Get ready for that.
Fires of Heaven was boring, to be honest. Like,
Fires of Heaven was markedly more boring than the 4 books before it.
I think I've been loving them. I haven't.
Until there
had
was
it-
a sex scene about midway through it that I got.
Yeah,
excited
bro. I
again.
can't believe he popped his cherry. That was pretty funny.
Now imagine
that
if
was a
those
good time.
novels were visual. How cool that would be.
No, because
Oh,
Amazon
you mean like in a TV show,
Amazon tried to make a TV show and they fucked up.
dude?
Well, that was their problem. They should have made it a game with anime characters.
I think Schweiss watched the whole season. I only
Dude,
watched the first episode.
I'm
I was like,
gonna be honest.
it's not even bad for an adaptation. It's just bad TV.
Yeah. So me
Like,
and my
it's
girlfriend.
really bad TV. Like
um,
it's like something that would have been on like the WB.
Here's
Oh
my
no.
my
15
girlfriend
years ago.
watched the first
Oof.
10 minutes and she shut it off. She told me that. I haven't actually watched it. I read the synopsis. I read like the stuff in it and the changes they made, and I said, I'm not watching this.
See,
Oh,
the
no.
thing.
I'm not giving them
It's
my
not
money.
just that. Like
Is the
that
acting really
from a
bad
fan
too?
perspective, that's bad. But the show, it's not like they made a good show instead, which is what I think they were like going for.
I'm just
It
mad.
sucks ass, dude.
So-
It's some of the worst television.
Wait, are
I've
you
ever
talking about
seen.
the new Resident Evil show?
No, he's talking about Wheel of
Oh,
Time, but
my-
this could be
Wheel of
applied to
Time.
virtually anything. See,
Exactly.
the thing is, and Joe will get mad at me for saying this because I haven't watched any of these shows, but like the thing that
That's the way to
people
start.
the thing that people don't want to admit is that like what Joe said about like being like something on the CW or like the WB, that's what all of these prestige shows are right now. They're extremely high budget schlock that would be on like basic cable.
But like, I feel
Yeah,
like you say that,
like
but
sci-fi
people are really
or something
enjoying The
interesting.
Last of Us, where you're not because you're.
I just don't really
crazy.
care. I don't really like The Last
I
of
haven't
Us, so
seen that yet. I'm gonna wait for all the episodes in the season release and then watch it.
Yeah,
however
no,
long that takes.
that's fair, Fringe. I'll give you that.
although
I'll give you that.
like I said, my wife was watching it the one night when I was falling asleep, and it was the gay episode, and she was getting really mad at me because I was telling her about how like being gay in the apocalypse actually doesn't make any sense because it's like
Wait, I thought the gay stuff didn't happen until the second game. they're pushing it in the first
you
game.
know at
now.
this
Well,
point I'm just going to
so-
assume that every character in this show is gay until proven otherwise. Like,
Did you see the
it's to
SNL
do with
sketch?
it's to do with
No.
Bill, who is
with
gay,
the
but
Mario
it's
Brothers?
like-
Great.
no,
Yeah,
I
it's the
saw the new
Mar-
Mario Bros. Trailer though.
No,
Yeah,
the SNL sketch.
Yeah, that was
For
pretty
when
good.
they made it the HBO show version of Mario Bros. And there's
Yeah,
like
that's
a
pretty
great
good.
thing where the guy's like, I'm bisexual. And then like they introduce another character, he goes, I'm bisexual too. And I just thought it was really funny.
That's the one that where they have Pedro Pascal. actually in
Yes,
it, right?
yes,
Wait,
it's
I
a
saw
really
a
good
picture of it, but I
SNL
haven't
skit.
seen it. I'm gonna have to watch it because I actually
It's
really
pretty
like
good.
Pedro Pascal.
They've had 2 really good fake commercials in a row on SNL. The fucking State Farm one with Michael B. Jordan. That one had me dying. And then the Mario one for
I like
HBO.
when they
Oh
do like
my
the fake
God.
movies on there because like they had that one with The Rock where they did the Bambi trailer. Like
I didn't see that.
That's fucking funny.
Oh.
They have some good ones that are
Yeah.
They're funny, but they almost always they just have a hard time ending their skits. Like on a good
Yeah,
note
and I
for
mean,
me.
like, and
Here's the
I
thing.
don't watch SNL like
I-
actively watch it. 'cause-
I
I mean,
watched
I'm not a writer,
SNL.
so
I watched SNL like every week for like a few years.
that's when the tendency
SNL.
started.
Here's the deal. They talk about like the golden days of SNL, but then if you actually watch an old episode of SNL, it's the same. It's like there's usually like one, maybe two good sketches, and then the rest are like, eh. And so yeah, it's still the same way now. It's like these people are like rushing to push this shit out in a week, and sometimes they hit it really good, but most of the time it's like pretty mediocre.
I mean, like that's
So it's
how
like the opposite of
always
South
done it,
Park.
right? Because like,
yeah.
well, South Park
Yeah,
they did.
none of
They
them
did.
are-
They did.
yeah,
South
none
Park
of
they
them are
did in
Trey
a week,
Parker.
didn't they? I'm pretty sure they
No,
did.
they do it in a week. It's just that South Park nails it almost every time.
Oh gotcha.
Yeah,
I was
like
saying,
South
it
Park
just makes me
rarely
think,
misses.
Like,
And they're so
I-
quick. They even changed that presidential episode when the
Yeah,
results
dude,
of the election. Yeah.
listening to him talk about that is pretty funny because he's like, it's how hard they had to slam it out in that week. Because they had like previously done was the Hillary Clinton becomes president episode, and then Trump won, and they said fuck, and then they had to
They had to
hurry
make
in like a
Mr.
few
Garrison
days.
win.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wonder if that's why they made Garrison instead, because they didn't have enough time to.
Well, it was
make
building up
Trump.
for Garrison.
I mean,
so
with SNL though,
the whole
I watched
season.
Mad
That's fair.
TV. That was my one that I watched was Mad
Mad
TV.
TV was.
I didn't
funny.
get to watch a lot of Mad TV.
I like
I
Mad
liked
TV.
Mad TV.
It was just
Was
another
it?
sketch show.
Oh, was it? It wasn't.
some
I
great
thought it was
ones.
more like comic.
Yeah,
book based.
no. It's. I mean, they have a magazine where they have some like.
Yeah,
comics
I've seen the
and stuff in there.
magazine.
Well, no, and-
I thought
and-
it was
It's-
like a magazine
it's a
with,
sketch
like,
show.
Maybe like a
like
decade
the
ago,
Spy
Cartoon
Spy
Network.
or something.
Maybe like a decade ago, Cartoon Network had a show called Mad.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
essentially what you're
Hey,
talking about.
You're right. They did. They totally
Oh,
did.
okay.
I'll be
Okay.
back in a second. Continue your conversation.
That's what I must be remembering. Yeah, because I remember they had like little animated things. I think it was Spy vs. Spy or whatever that was.
Yeah. Oh, good. Thank God Zach's gone. Anyway, Batman's
Yeah.
gay.
Oh, Warhammer. Who
Um,
likes that?
Oh yeah. I don't like children's franchises, but I'm gonna paint my
Yeah,
little
Warhammer
action figure, my little
40K.
dolls.
Super Metroid, yeah. So the game
That's where
fucked
we
me
were.
over on Ridley. And Ridley turns out to be a dick. I think I might have been stuck on it last time we recorded, but the order's weird right now with the recording. So,
Yeah.
but basically, I had no time to play it until yesterday, and all I could do was like try to get. I spent a couple hours like going through and getting a whole bunch of upgrades, and then I wiped the floor with Ridley like 2 hours ago. And I thought that was the end of the game, but it turns out it's not actually the final boss. So I have to go find where the final boss is and go kill that. And I think that'll be the end of Super Metroid. So expect a Super Metroid review next week. Fringe, have you ever played Super Metroid?
I have not. I've watched people play and I've watched my brother play. I've not had the opportunity to play it myself, though.
Yeah, it's an interesting game. It'll be interesting to talk about it. I can definitely see why it's a classic. I don't love how I got hammered by Ridley before, and also like where I was nearly impossible to like get out of because I had such low energy. And you're down there in the depths, and it's painful. With some of the creatures you got to fight. Now, once you have like 11,
He could be talking about a
energy-
hemorrhoid out of context, and no one would ever know.
Alright. Once you have 11 energy, as I just had, where you increase your health bar is what I'm talking about. And there's these sections, and they're each called like you got to get an energy tank, and then you increase the section of the health bar. Once you have plenty of those, then suddenly everything's really easy. Oddly enough, so
You say
Yeah.
that, but I think I had almost all the health tanks by the time I fought Ridley, and he kept kicking my ass. Just I would get in, like a bad pattern of like he hits me again because he kind of like bounces back and forth in the arena.
I just kind of like knew that if I just like kept on hitting him with the super missiles, like he would go down. So I just
yeah.
didn't care about getting hit by him. I just ran up to him and tried to shoot him as many times as I could.
He's jumping
And
all over the
I
damn
beat him
place.
in Yeah, I know, and I was jumping too, but and that was I didn't care about getting hurt, and I was nearly dead when I beat him, but I beat him in one try,
Okay.
so it felt pretty good.
So you see, Joe
yeah,
can
that'll
play
be
video
It'll
games.
be an interesting one to review. yeah, it's one of those things where like every once in a while, because I assume I suck, like I will listen to someone be like, "Oh my god, this thing was so hard," and then I'll get to it and it'll be like nothing. Like twice that I have had this.
He's
before.
talking about anal sex, by the way.
Yeah.
I believe it. I think Joe has a very pliable asshole. I've always had this thought.
Pliable?
It is just
Always been
very
thinking about my asshole. haven't you, Zach?
elastic. Yeah, sometimes I
It
get
encompasses
Joe.
my
It's
every
about the
waking
vibe.
thought, Joe.
Yeah. I have dreams where I just go to reach and it just goes in and it just opens.
Oddly enough, when I have suggested doing these in person again and changing schedules around, you weren't jumping on it. You think you'd have, with us being in person, maybe you'd be able to convince me. And
I can't let these carnal desires win, Joe.
Oh, okay, that's what you're saying. Okay,
I am a good
just
Christian
ask your
man.
girlfriend for a freebie. And Jesus.
Joe, listen, I'm not wasting a freebie.
It's not
If all you're
waste.
thinking about is my
Listen,
asshole.
She's got a friend, so I'm not wasting a freebie.
No, he's not
She
going to
has
waste a
one
freebie on
friend.
you, Joe. He's going to waste a freebie on
that's
Caleb
why-
Craig. Now, Caleb
That's
Craig,
what-
that's a
yeah.
slam pig.
Yeah.
I can't believe you just said that.
That ain't right.
Uh,
Oh my god! Just that's our only fans. We just rail Craig.
he's just kept in a dark room, and then you just see the light of the door open and our shadow standing there. It's like, it's time, boy. Hope you greased up.
That has to be the episode for like the art. Is just the horrified the horrified look on Craig's face, and then just
And then the episode name is Pliable Asshole.
Fringe philosopher, pliable asshole.
pliable asshole guest starring.
Fringe philosopher.
Welcome to the shit show, buddy. Welcome to
Quite
the shit
literally.
show.
In more ways than one, yeah.
I think that's a compliment. If someone said you have a pliable asshole, I might blush.
Because you're afraid in prison?
My
Or what?
asshole is
What?
actually 12 inches. My asshole is 12 inches deep with a dragon heartstring core and slightly springy flexibility.
Well, at least. Oh, wait, I had to teach a friend, a real life outside of the computer box friend. I had to teach him about bad dragon dildos because I made a joke and he's like, "What's that?" And I was like,
Oh no,
fuck."
that's always fun.
Yeah. And I'd be like, "Oh, my friend A4 collects them."
Yeah, I get those little tiny ones that you collect. Yeah,
That's not what you get.
I mean, I get them both. I'm just saying I collect the little ones.
Hey, Fringe, are you
What's your favorite bad dragon
fact-
dildo, Fringe? Is it
are you
is it
in
Blaze?
fact a philosopher?
You know, I think Blaze is a good one, but it doesn't quite have the backstory I want in my bad dragon dildo. You know, I want a little more drama.
You want there's the one that's like a mouth. It's like Nocturne's muzzle or something. Hold on, I gotta do
It's a
that.
dragon snout, Joe. It's
They also have a
dragon
dog snout one. Don't worry, Joe.
They do.
I know you were
They
wondering.
they have a werewolf dick with a knot too. I've seen the picture.
Really?
Yeah, it's terrifying, dude.
I'm not ready for that yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's
train it.
bad-dragon.com. Excuse the fuck out of me.
No, you actually on the website.
That's this episode's plug.
Oh god, there's one that's Guar made one.
Is there like spikes all over it?
No,
Is
it's
it-
called Cuttlefish of Cthulhu, and it's literally like the head is like a cuttlefish, and it's like it's like a thing coming out of a brain. I'm not showing this obviously, but
That's horrifying.
oh no, there's like a dog's paw. Oh no, oh why? Don't do that.
And there goes
Dude.
my boner.
What's for furries, man? Like
No, I understand that. I'm just saying it shouldn't exist.
Here's the thing. I believe that love is love, but if you're a fucking furry, cut your nuts off.
Well, I was today years old when I found out that Guar has their own bad dragon dildo.
Get your furries spayed and neutered because we can't let them reproduce.
I think Bob Barker would be behind that.
He should have been, dude. Like 100%, dude.
I'm sorry, it was Duke's Muzzle. That's the name of the dragon.
That's what I was at. I was at Comic-Con here in the place I live, and I saw some furries. I stopped, and my girlfriend's like, "Why are you stopping?" I was like, "It's my natural enemy." On the stairs.
Yeah, where are the baldies at?
The ball.
Fringe, are you in fact a philosopher?
Going back to that one.
That's the username is one I've used since I was like 11. I heard it. Some guy said it was a TV show called Fringe, and then they they'll say the name of the TV show in a sentence or something. He said that. He's like, this is some real fringe philosophy, and I was like, I like that. I like how that
Nice.
sounds.
I like that. I'll use that for World of Warcraft.
An 11-year-old me was like, that'll do, and I just never needed to change it.
That'll do. So no interest in
That'll
philosophy.
do, pig. That'll do.
I mean, I took some classes on it and whatnot, but like,
I mean,
don't-
honestly,
I don't
here's the
think it has
thing.
much
Any
merit.
fringe ones or
You
just
know
in the
what?
center?
No, Fringe,
real, it's just typical shit.
Fringe.
No fringe philosophy.
No, dude, you're a philosopher. Because here's the thing: if some jackass who watches Rick and Morty and dabs his weed pen can pretend to be this big-brained, open man philosopher, because you just don't understand, then you're a philosopher, bro.
And
And
you're
you've
on the
done it.
fringe. You're like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
are Fudas gay? I don't think that. Are Traps gay? I don't know.
They're just not entirely straight men.
Is it gay to like boy honey on your toast? It can't be.
I have never heard it called boy honey.
What the fuck is that?
Okay, I
Bro,
think
he's teaching us.
I
he's
think
teaching
boy
us
I
so
think
many
boy
words
honey
tonight.
I think boy honey is going to be the name of the episode now. Just Caleb
Bro, I don't know what
Craig.
that is.
Caleb Craig and I'm assuming what he means is semen.
Yeah.
So the episode should be all the words
Boy
he's taught
honey.
us. So it should be bricked up boy honey.
Not to be confused with that movie that Shia LaBeouf did.
Honey Boy? The movie
Yeah.
Honey Boy with Shia LaBeouf?
Yeah, we still want
Yeah.
to mix that up. The bricked up femboys give the best boy honey.
Man, we got a glove. I'm not gonna be able to
I
choose
don't
what the
know what that
episode title is.
means.
Bricked Up Femboys is like a fucking 10 out of 10
I'd rather
title.
you not title it that A4. I just don't want to.
No,
be
you're
connected
gonna
with
vote it by
that.
the
Show's
Sure,
coming
for the
to an
name of-
end, right? Who cares?
True.
My face is still on this.
No, I'm gonna put your name above it, like Hideo Kojima. It's gonna be like a Joseph de Gaulier podcast.
Oh,
Bricked Up Femboys. It's gonna be in the Death Stranding font.
I mean, Joe,
His
if
name, like,
anything,
fading in and out the whole episode over the Twitch stream somehow.
if anything, it'll make you look more progressive. To be fair,
Yeah.
like,
Where my femboys at?
I actually,
oh,
you're quite-
gonna get them.
I've been quite
It's
progressive
Snow Grinder,
today.
You'll find all the ones near you.
I was quite progressive today. I'm breaking down traditional gender roles. I made my wife a sandwich today. Look at me,
Wow.
being all progressive.
Did she hit you for not doing it quick enough?
No, I fell down the stairs.
Oh, of course.
No, she would never do that.
Work on the draw.
She would never
right?
do that, and I would never blink rapidly to try and signal for help.
Is that Morse code?
Yeah, if you take the Morse code of my eyes blinking, it says capitalism bad.
Nice.
So,
Well, Fringe. Yeah, where are you from?
I'm from Toledo, Ohio.
Toledo, Ohio.
Holy
What's,
Toledo.
What's over in Ohio?
Right now, a train that's been derailed and a lot of toxic chemicals. We're not talking about that though.
no one's talking about it, which is kind of the
no one's
problem.
talking about it.
Wait, so I don't know what happened. What happened?
Some train was full of some really toxic chemicals, and due to some, apparently, I'm not too sure, but some sensors either on the train itself or on the tracks malfunctioned, leading the train to derail and spilling those chemicals all on the the soil and the water table, and it's also creating a toxic cloud in the air. And apparently, it's traveling southeast or something.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, as long as it's not traveling northwest, I think I'm okay.
I love how they're
Don't
like,
worry,
it's
there'll
only a
be-
2 or 20-mile radius.
Don't worry, there'll be another one in your area probably next week.
No, it's okay
Yeah.
because the Great Salt Lake is drying up, and it's gonna just be a noxious cloud. Of
Well, because
gas.
apparently there was also a fucking train that was derailed in South Carolina, like recently as well. There's been
Really?
there's been a lot of weird shit going on recently. Yeah,
Same type of thing though, with like hazardous materials.
I don't know about that. I just know that another train derailed, and it's just like, what are they? What's
It's probably full of
Yeah.
futas.
Trains
and
never do
America
that, too.
said no.
Oh no,
trains
the
never
Bad
do.
Dragon Express just crashed.
They must be connected.
I think the Polar Express, but you don't want to watch that. Movie.
You don't want to drink the cocoa on that.
No, that's the furry's favorite movie. The Polar Express, all the bears.
All the bears.
Uh,
Wow.
so,
Yeah. So you're from Ohio. Were you born and raised there, or what's up?
or does your life
it's a
take a
little
really
bit
bad turn
oddity.
somewhere?
I was born as a twin in West Virginia. My dad went up there as a scab for a strike for some union for construction work. So they had us up there, and then we came right back to Toledo. So I've been in Ohio like my whole life, but I was born in West Virginia, Parkersburg.
Okay. Definitely an upgrade from West Virginia, from what I've heard.
Yeah, I probably would end up fucking one of my cousins by now if I lived there still.
I think
so
most
it's
pla- I
probably
think
not the
Probably
best.
on heroin.
I think the
Yeah.
the list of places that aren't an upgrade from West Virginia are like Detroit,
It's nothing.
and,
It's the worst. It's,
and Iraq.
and Syracuse, New York. Or like,
I think it's the poorest place in the nation.
West Virginia.
Also the place I think with the most drug addiction. But I
Nice.
could
but
be
they
wrong
wrote that
about
really nice song. Like,
So you're
West
saying I could take-
Virginia.
I could take my money I have and live there like a king. Is it like Mexico or does it?
Oh,
not work
dude,
like
yeah,
that?
yeah. Houses in West Virginia are cheaper than houses in Mexico.
So like
Probably
50
because they
bucks for
keep
a
getting
two-story-
broken into.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I
that
swear to
is
God,
kinda-
if I wake up and my copper's gone every day, I'm setting bear traps.
speaking
It's
speaking of
every
state with the highest amount of people like leaving it. So it's the depopulation state right now.
it's
Or
not
was.
California.
A year ago when I was looking into this. No, California is increasing in population.
No, it's not. Speaking of,
I heard everybody was leaving like California.
No, people are leaving California, but it's still increasing in population because there's still more people coming in. than
look, anchor
are
babies
leaving.
don't count. All right.
All these places. So all you people back east and your cheap houses, fuck you.
What do you mean,
Go
you
back
people?
home? Yeah, you guys are
speaking
still there.
speaking of Ohio,
But
and
all
speaking
your,
of
all your people are coming over here and making all of our housing prices go up. So you can complain
Honestly,
about the
I am
Californians doing
super
it, but
fucking
it's everybody
pissed about it.
doing it because you got like 5 states out here out west that are tech zones, and no one back east knows how to use a computer, I guess. So they can't build any businesses out there. So they
It
just
is
keep on
true.
coming over here.
I had to hire a
Oh.
guy to set up my stream tonight.
So you got Colorado, Colorado, Utah, Arizona, and California, and Idaho. The rent, like all the housing prices are just going.
Yeah, I went.
Crazy.
Yeah, they're fucking expensive.
Uh,
The
Yeah.
interest rates are fucking
Stop it!
bullshit.
speaking of cheap housing and speaking of Ohio, have you ever seen that video where it's like the Cleveland tourism video? Where he's just like, come on down to Cleveland town, everyone. Buy a house for the price of a VCR. Our river catches on fire. Like, there's like 2 videos this guy made about like living in Cleveland. It's just like under construction since 1868.
You gotta share that so I can show that to my
Uh,
buddies because a couple of them live in Cleveland and I got a buddy who lives in Columbus too. They'll love that shit.
They'll probably get a kick out of it. It's like, don't slow down in East Cleveland or you'll die is like one of the lines.
Makes sense.
It's great, yeah. Apparently they only see the sun 3 times a year. Can you confirm?
I don't know, but I imagine it's gotta be the level of pollution. It's fine.
Well, I mean,
No one's
like,
worried
we
about
don't get
it.
a lot. We don't get a lot, despite what the television show might tell you. We don't get a lot of sun over here in Pennsylvania. So
Well, I
Oh
thought
no.
you live in Amish country. You have to. The Amish make things better.
No, the Amish make their own sun.
no, the Amish
True.
actually, the Amish have actually ruled that the sun is technology. So they have made a cloud cover to block out the sun.
As soon as solar came out, they were like, "We can't use the sun anymore."
Yeah, they're like, fuck this shit.
Truth-Seek0 asks, ask Fringe who his favorite porn star is. Fringe, who's your favorite porn star?
Wow. There's so
Maybe-
many good ones.
But
But
the top 3 or something, you know.
If you were
okay,
trapped on a
it's gonna be-
deserted island with 3 porn stars,
with 3 porn stars, who are you
Oh,
fucking
no.
marrying and killing? It would definitely have to be Aria Alexander, I believe her name is. That's my favorite.
She's cute. She's
Yeah.
cute. Yeah.
do I know that one?
Actually, Joe just knows on the top of his head.
I know who that one is.
Yeah, I don't think she does stuff anymore, but she's a bad little bitch.
All right, let's look. I've never seen her before. Let's see.
Oh yeah, she's cute.
Yeah. She's
see
like
what
one of the
color.
pretty porn stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's kind of got like that girl next door. She's not like so bad that she's unobtainable. She's
Well, she
just
looks
bad
like
enough
she's
you're
got the girl next door that might secretly be goth, but has to hide it from her parents' look.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care if she cuts her wrists. I'm gonna hit it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh wow, she's hot. Too bad the first picture of hers cum dripping down.
I
her small
know what
tits.
I'm going to look up later tonight after the show.
I've got a tribute coming.
Why wait? A4, whip it out.
Yeah, just pull a DSP and just jack off on stream.
I mean, I know you can't see it, but
Okay, so
Oh.
in a similar vein, who's your favorite anime waifu?
oh, okay. I think it counts because they technically made an anime of it, but it would be Chie from Persona 4.
Not a
That
bad
would be
choice. That's a
my
very,
anime
very good
waifu.
choice.
Eat some
Chie-
steak, watch some, kung fu movies, and fuck. Sounds like a good time to me.
Yeah, so you could show her the trial of the dragon.
Of the bad dragon.
Yeah. fuck. Every fucking. I gotta start writing these down because I'm gonna forget them all. I'm gonna get so mad.
I like Trial of the Bad Dragon.
Trial of the
as a
Bad
name,
Dragon's a
honestly.
really good
I
one.
think that's fucking funny.
No, not Chie. You can't make her look like that. The waifu. That's tough.
No, it's gonna be Caleb Craig, like in a dark room, like scared to death because
I
he's
know
about.
he's my waifu.
Oh, okay. Actually, yeah, no. Which Nude Clan host, past or present, would you fuck?
It would definitely be Caleb Craig.
Wow.
Caleb Craig, I fucked with Caleb Craig. He was hilarious to me. His rants and his screams were second to none, only other than Schweiss's postal service rants. Those have made me cry a few times.
You just
But
get
Caleb
those.
Craig was hilarious.
You get one of those vibrators that syncs up with your music, and you just put on a 3-hour compilation of Craig going, dude, just oh man, hits your prostate like no one's business.
The question
Oh, yeah.
for Truth-Seek is a marry, fuck, kill.
Oh
shoot.
yeah,
Of
that's
who?
yeah.
Of the new clan hosts.
Yeah. Keep on asking questions in the comments, by the way, guys.
well-
It's useful.
All I know is when I'm about to come to Caleb Craig, it's gonna be when he says "fucking glitch." It's gonna be that real.
Oh, hold on,
loud, but-
I have the drop right.
Fucking glitch!
Oh, yeah. No, that'll do. That'll do good.
That'll do big.
No, that'll do pig. How do we smoke? I need a cigarette. But marry, fuck, kill. Well, I'm gonna have to marry Caleb Craig.
He's a good
Caleb
husband,
Craig.
I think.
And fuck it.
Yeah, I feel like he would take care of me. He'd be like, "Are you feeling well? Okay, dear." I'd be like, "Yeah." Probably fuck Schweiss.
Speaking of
that's
which,
easy. Speaking of which, there he is. I would like, if possible, to fuck him in front of his wife to fulfill her reverse cuckold
I
fantasy.
think that's what he'd prefer as well.
That's fair. And I'm gonna have to kill. This is a tough one.
Yeah, 3 of us right here. Which one of us you gonna kill?
I'm gonna have to kill Jacob because he doesn't count. So then I didn't have to kill
Oh.
anybody in Nude Clan.
Oh,
It worked
okay.
out.
Well,
You
that's
know.
a cop out.
I would take a
I
bullet.
feel
I would
like it's
I would jump in
not-
front of the bullet and I would make it so he kills me.
All right. If it can't be Jacob, it would be Cameron. Because I think it's just a matter of time before he loses his fight against the tinfoil madness that he probably inherited from his mom.
Ooh, that's too close to home.
Oh, that's a good one though. That is fucking brilliant.
I mean, they probably don't listen anymore, so fuck them.
I know that Craig's wife listens.
Why?
Just so we can
because,
shit talk her husband.
Very-
because she likes me in A4, is what she said.
Oh.
She's not gonna like me when she
jealous
hears
of
me
you.
call her husband a slam pig.
Well, let's like that. She likes the ham, you know.
Mhm. If she's willing to share the ham, I'm down for
She
Thanksgiving.
likes it's the cubby.
If
Ham,
okay,
the
Craig's asked, what kind of deli meat do you think that it
honey
tastes
baked
like?
ham.
I was gonna say spam also could be a possible answer.
No, I think it'd probably taste
He was
delicious.
fast on the honey baked ham.
Yeah, he like had that he had that thought out
It's
ahead
the
of
most
time.
delicious meat I could think of, you know.
Oh,
So
there you go.
He was there.
mhm.
He was there.
Fringe, what's your 5th favorite game of all time?
5th favorite game of all time would have to be Dragon Age Origins.
Why?
Well, as to why it's number 5 or just why
Yeah.
it's
Oh, just
Uh,
why? Why is it in your
well,
top 5? There's a
um,
lot of games out there.
that's fair.
Explain yourself.
Well, I really like RPGs, and I had a friend at the time who was recommending I play computer RPGs, CRPGs more. So it's got more of like a top-down isometric view, kind of like Wasteland or
Like Pillars of Eternity or what have you. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I tried it, and I really liked it. It had some really good character building, some really fun combat, some really crazy stuff, and it really introduced me into some more higher fantasy elements and stuff. You know, with like the whole like orc-like characters and the elves and stuff like that. Because traditionally, I play more grounded and like pseudoscience type stuff, like Resident Evil or Fallout. Instead, I'm not really a high fantasy person.
That's cool.
Do you
Have
think
either of you
people
guys-
use?
Oh, welcome to the show.
Yeah, you're fuck. We can't hear you, Schweiss.
Yeah.
I just heard you think people use and then nothing.
That's crazy how he could speak when he's dead, though. Who resurrected him?
Do you think people use the term high fantasy so they're not?
Yeah.
You're
good
almost there,
thought.
buddy.
Good question. Good
You're
question,
almost
Schweiss.
you're almost there.
How? Wait, no, wait. How did we hear him when he like it said he was muted, but I can only hear him when it said he was muted.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's the problem
Dude,
or not.
he's communicating from the afterlife. It just works like that.
Bro, this is a real life phasmophobia game.
Ooh,
We've got
the
it.
Nude Clan Spooktacular comes
Guys, we gotta
10
believe
months
harder.
early.
Are you a girl?
Who here's got the smudge stick?
We're gonna need it.
I
The
got a
flashlight just starts like flickering. It's like, what the fuck?
I'm like afraid to move on because he'll like warp back in and
Yeah,
continue
is
his
Schweiss
thread.
gonna finish his fucking question or
I'm
what?
in suspense. Like my heart is just pounding. Doki.
Do you think that high fantasy means your
Yes.
Yes. Have either of you guys played Dragon Age?
No.
I started Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm pretty sure. is
That's
the
a
one.
phenomenal game too. In my opinion.
Yeah, it was great, but then
That's the game that my father-in-law
I
was
like
playing
it.
the shit out of when I first started dating
I
my
really
wife.
like it. I just haven't done more than like the. I've only played like 5 hours or so.
It requires a huge commitment. It's why I personally haven't played like a game like Persona 5 Royal. A buddy gifted it to me, but it just I know it's gonna be like a 130-hour game. I'm like intimidated to play it.
I'm in the
Yeah.
same boat as you because I bought it 2 Black Fridays ago on PlayStation Store, and I still haven't touched it. And that's one of the reasons is because it's super fucking long.
Yeah.
It's a commitment.
Now your second favorite porn star.
Second favorite porn star.
This is a Mad Libs.
What's that bitch's name? 1 second here.
What's that bitch's name is a great way to start this conversation.
Stoya? I don't know.
I think that's how they like to be referred to in their profession. I'm just trying to be respectful.
I have not watched porn in like 2 weeks.
Wow, because you're finally getting some.
That may have something to do with it, but
Yeah,
what was the question? What was the question?
Bah, bah, bah.
What was the question you were asking earlier, Schweiss?
I was saying, you call it high fantasy. You don't seem as gay for liking it.
No, to me, high fantasy invokes the idea that there's higher concepts of powers in it, like magic and whatnot. That's high fantasy to me.
Yeah.
And for
But
those of you
I
just
could
turning in, we
definitely-
have Caleb from
I get
Provo
what you're
calling
saying,
in.
though.
Caleb, you're on the air.
I'm just gonna make that
I
joke.
always thought
You
it was
cunt.
just- I always thought it was
Damn
once your
it.
character count had 4 digits and a comma, then it was high fantasy. If not, it's just regular fantasy.
I heard it was if they have a tilde in the name or a hyphen, it becomes high fantasy.
And Caleb, you are our 35th caller, so you're going to win tickets to go see Ghost in August.
Ghost. Indigo White would be my second favorite porn star. She's not necessarily a porn star. I saw one of her videos where she's like cosplaying, and I was like, yeah.
Now I
You
gotta
had-
go see who this is. 'cause I don't know who
Indigo
you're talking
White?
about.
You had me at cosplay.
Yeah, I believe that's her name. I'm pretty sure it's her name. Oh boy,
Okay.
now I gotta look and see. Is that the name?
Yeah, she's like a Instagram cosplay thought. Looks like.
Yep.
What is a thought? What is that?
That hoe over there.
Yeah, that's what that
Oh
stands for.
wow! Is that really what that stands
Yeah.
for?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that
You
had
guys know
a...
what Riz means? You know what Riz means, right? What
Riz is
No.
like
No,
name,
I'm
right?
too old.
No, Riz
Also,
is charisma. It's charisma.
Oh,
Riz
okay.
is charisma.
because kids are coming
Oh,
up with all these crazy
no.
fucking things like Riz and
Yeah.
Zaza, and I'm
Oh,
like, what the
fuck, dude? She has nun porn. Fuck.
dude? She has Sayori from
She's
Doki Doki
bad, dude, I'm
from
telling you.
Doki Doki Literature Club. Who knew?
She's a fucking yeah.
Prince
Wow.
philosopher. What's your go-to meal, dude? Like that you really enjoy, and that you can't say pussy because that's mine. That's not fair. That's cheating.
That's
So
fair.
What's your go-to
what's
meal when
your-
you're jerking off to your second favorite
Like,
porn
yeah,
star
what do you say-
with a bad
what's your
dragon
favorite food,
dildo
bro?
and
For
playing
asking
Dragon
me
Age?
questions, What's your favorite food, Fringe? What do you like?
I think my favorite food is probably your bitch's ass.
Ooh, it
what?
does taste good. I have eaten
No.
there. I have eaten
Uh,
there.
in all seriousness, though, I'm real plain mac and cheese and a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
You know-
Together?
Shit, though.
Yeah, yeah,
You mix it, yeah.
yeah.
I'm just
Wow.
kidding.
Oh,
I
Damn,
did.
you are white.
Yes, I'm actually Hispanic. believe it or
Well,
not.
I don't believe it now.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
I would have.
I don't.
I would have assumed by that answer you are so white that you are translucent. But
You know what though? I'm with Fringe on this. I believe that peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are like so popular that they've become underrated.
I believe that the
Like-
peanut butter and jelly
Well,
sandwich
They're-
is
they're just
underrated
good.
because
They're
I,
good, bro.
where I come from, we do not have food, so anything will work. A peanut butter and jelly sandwich is
Now-
better.
Are we in Hogwarts in the 1890s?
Yeah.
What's your preferred jelly?
Ooh, that's a good one.
KY.
K-
Smuckers.
High five me, Zach.
Nice. Fuck. Strawberry. Smucker's strawberry.
Good pick.
one.
Oh, dude, Kate, speaking of this stuff, you know what's going to change your life? So, one of the things, Joe, this is for Joe's workout regimen.
Thank you.
Low carb breakfast. So, I do like the 22 carb, like oatmeal, because it's it's under my range of where they want me to be carb wise. I get the one from Sam's Club. So, you got strawberries and cream, or blueberries and cream, peaches and cream, or bananas and cream. Now, bananas and cream I didn't think was going to be good, but it's good. What you do is you get that, and you get the natural peanut butter. That's just like the peanuts, the oil, or whatever. So it's like 2 carbs. And you get a spoonful, and you mix it in with your oatmeal. It tastes like it's so good.
Do you want to know what my oatmeal is
Yeah,
every single
okay.
morning for the last like month and a half? No,
That
2
oatmeal?
months.
Dinosaur
That oatmeal?
eggs.
No, it's
That's shit.
a scoop of chocolate protein powder,
Nice.
a couple scoops of PB2, and then plain oats, plain
What's
ass oats,
what's PB2?
and then a third of a cup of frozen blueberries, and then I mix that all together, and that's my oatmeal.
Well, you could put.
And
peanut
it's
butter
like
in there
it's under
yourself.
500 calories, and it's like 40 grams of protein, and it's killer. It's killer.
Yeah, it's
PB2
killer.
is the powdered
powdered peanut butter?
Mm-hmm. It's way less calories because they
Why
take the fat out of
did
it.
someone
But
think
it has
to
the-
do this to
It
peanut
has
butter?
the
It's
same
abomination.
for the protein, bro. It has like the same amount of protein, but a lot less calories when you're dealing with like a tablespoon of
Yeah.
peanut butter.
I mean, if you're going to protein,
And if you're putting it
Peanut
in
butter
stuff,
protein.
it just tastes like peanut butter or something.
oh, that probably would go hard in a protein shake. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good shit, dude.
Where you
Highly
get that
recommend
from?
it.
Oh, it's gotta
Anywhere.
be a
It's
Sam's
everywhere.
It's the same place he gets his estrogen from.
Club.
GNC,
GNC.
I think.
I'm gonna need that too.
And I got my creatine. And I got I got my multivitamin.
If you
and
took
I
estrogen
got my
and
omega
testosterone
3s.
boost at the same time, what would happen?
You become trans.
I think you become non-binary. That's fair.
Schweiss just said nothing. If
You
heard the
just cease
ghost
to
coming.
exist.
Who's got the damn Ouija board out? Asking yes and no questions.
Ask the Ouija board, what is your fourth favorite video game of all time?
That would be Mass Effect 1.
A lot of BioWare so far.
Yes.
Wait, did you say was that his number one game, Mass Effect 1?
No,
Number
fourth.
four.
Oh, 4. Sorry. Mass Effect 1, really? So are the other Mass Effects ranked higher on your list? Because just because what I've heard, and I want to hear your answer. Sorry, what I've heard is number 2 is the best. Is what I've heard. So I just want to see where you're sitting at in this.
Well, I get asked that more often than you'd think, and I'll tell people 2 is objectively the better game. I'll admit that wholeheartedly. I like 1 more because there was so much hype around it when it was coming out. It was the first RPG of its kind.
It was like
on
one of the
that
first
scale.
big high-profile Xbox 360 games, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, and I remember it was originally they were talking about it coming out on the Xbox original, and then it was going to be an Xbox 360 game, and it just blew away my expectations of what an RPG could be. So it definitely earned its place.
No, that's awesome. I've never played my Mass Effect. I want to. I might get the remastered version to do that. But
I want to say Schweiss reviewed it.
no, that's awesome.
Or was it someone reviewed it on this show?
May he rest in peace.
Was it me?
It was Cameron and I think Craig that
That's
did Mass
Caleb,
Effect
yeah,
1.
Caleb Craig.
Two hosts that have not in this world anymore. It's crazy.
Two
Yeah.
other ghosts.
Mhm.
Then the ghost disappeared. What's number 3?
Resident Evil 2.
No, he meant porn star, but
Wait,
Yeah.
no, we're still Ada Wong, Resident Evil 2 OG, the Nintendo 64 version specifically.
Why?
When I was growing up when it came out, I was young. Jeez, I was like 7, I think. And it was the first horror game I'd ever seen. I didn't get to play it because I was too young, but I watched my brother play it, and it was another one of those moments where like I'm growing up in games are becoming so like visceral, even though looking back it's like what the fuck are these polygons? But it was so visceral and just so like right in front of me and just so
surreal,
lifelike.
bro.
Yeah, that I had nightmares about that game for years, but it was just so good that I was like, I fuck with this game, and then my love of the Resident Evil games came from it. Like Outbreak's amazing. I wish you guys would have been able to review Outbreak. The polls were rigged, but that's fine. That's fine. People just didn't want Outbreak, and that's okay. No, but yeah, Resident Evil 2.
I think you just said the 64 version because no one could refute it because no one's ever played it.
It's so good though. Like it's got like I know for sure it's got one special outfit, but it might have 2 or 3. And Leon holds his gun sideways. I mean, that's it right there. He's a gangster.
Yeah, that's why he misses.
So, are you excited? I think that was just you playing, Joe. Are you excited, Fringe, for the Resident Evil 4 remake?
Oh, absolutely. I'm the type where I'm like, I'm not going to pre-order anything, but I definitely was a hypocrite because I pre-ordered the shit out of that deluxe edition as soon as it was available on Steam.
100% fair. It looks amazing. I'm so fucking stoked, dude.
And I mean, and it's the team behind 2Make. So I feel like it's a
is that what we're calling it now? 2Make?
Was 3 made by someone else?
3Make was made by their secondary team. That team that made Resident Evil 2 Remake was working on Village during the production of Remake.
Oh man,
No
yeah,
wonder.
and I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it's in their hands because Resident Evil 3, like, I'm not gonna say I didn't have fun with the remake,
Mhm.
but 2 is definitely superior. So makes me excited for.
Yeah,
for
nothing
4.
in 2 is as hilarious as like the tenacity of Nemesis, though. He like comes at you even as a sludge pile on the
Mhm.
ground. Like he's like, "Argh."
I mean, I'll tell you what, that remake, for all the hate it gets, I think it has some pretty good moments, like shoving the railgun in Nemesis's mouth. Sure, it's cheesy and campy, but that was Resident Evil 3
I agree.
OG as
I'm not
well.
saying I didn't like it. I'm just saying I didn't
Mhm.
like it as much as 2.
No, I agree with you. It's 100% the lesser of the two, but
I-
again, because different development team.
I do want to go back and replay it though because I was playing it on a broken ass PlayStation 4 that was glitching. Like my PlayStation 4 couldn't handle it. So I would like to go back and play it in a cohesive. It was no. The problem is it would overheat, and I've said this before. It'll overheat during boss fights, and I just would get so fucking mad.
Especially that last boss
No.
fight against fucking Birkin. Or no, wait, no. I'm thinking of 2.
That's
Okay.
real. You're almost there, buddy.
Yeah.
Strike Knight has a question. Fringe, if you could be one character on a video game, who would it be?
Aha. That's a really good question, Strike Knight. If I could be one character in a video game, it would have to be, and this is gonna seem a little left fieldish, but I really think it would have to be Zidane from Final Fantasy IX. I understand the whole like Gollum thing, but other than that, I think just to be able to live in that world and have those kind of like friends and that kind of adventure would just simply be amazing.
You want to fuck the princess, don't you?
Well, I might have touched. her
No,
ass going
no.
up.
He's more fucked up. He wants to fuck Aiko.
Quitta. No, quitta.
You're gonna be in one entrance with your dick and the other entrance with your pliable tail.
Yeah, I mean,
Am I the only one? Am I the only one who would fuck Freya?
Nah, if I was drunk enough, she could Dragon Lance on my dick, I guess.
Come on, man. Rat
Be
pussy?
fair.
Some
I've
russy?
never.
Some
played
Russie? That ain't right.
that.
What franchise world would you like to live in?
Oh, that's so I know which one for sure I wouldn't want to live in. That'd be any Halo. Halo seems like a terrible universe to
Terrible
live in.
world. Yeah, there's aliens attacking all the fucking time.
It parasites like the flood. And now I'm cool, and I'm
It's the future liberals want, and it's a little terrifying. honestly.
Exactly. Look how technologically advanced Africa is in that series. It's what liberals
Yeah.
want this whole time.
That's the least realistic part of that. No, I'm just playing.
It's like 200 years in the future.
Like, come on, I can only have so much.
Okay, and how long has Africa existed,
belief or
Joe?
whatever.
200 years is a drop in the bucket for Africa.
Hey, they were the
The cradle of humanity.
second ones to civilization, as far as we know.
yeah, and they're
I can only ignore
where are
so
they
many
now?
lines.
They're still there.
Yeah.
Just kidding. That was bad. I didn't want to make that joke, but Joe spiked it so good.
No, they're
So
like
so
like
good
like
for me.
Africa is like the
Yeah.
first person in Age of Empires to get past the Dark Age, but they never get to like the next age past that.
They went. No, we're cool
Bullshit,
here.
because that's how it happens to me. and I
So
get
straight
pissed.
up, did you know that French in like 20
Philosopher?
years? No, the French, like the language French, will be the most spoken language in the world because the birth rates in Africa have boomed. So in like 20 years, French will be more spoken than English or Spanish.
That's the worst news I've heard.
Yeah, I mean they might have the most spoken language for like a year until China takes over the rest of the world, and then it's going to be Chinese. So, just saying.
Okay. Out of there and
But
to your
the,
third favorite porn star. What is
Third favorite porn star. Shoot. Let me go to my bookmarks here real quick.
Man doesn't even remember the names. So sad. I could name my top three
It's
off the dome.
It's the faces, bro. The names are hard to remember. I'm not a names person. I'm a face person.
Yeah, he's more of a vag person. Like he'll see the lips and he's like,
What's
I don't know who
her
that is.
name? Exactly. That's the face I'm talking about. Okay, her
Exact-
name's Scarlet Scandal.
Oh yeah, I know of her.
Scarlet Scandal.
I know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Fucking A4's 3 for 3 right now.
I'm not 3 for 3. I didn't know the first two.
You didn't know the second.
All right, I'm gonna give you a question because Joe just keeps defaulting to porn stars. What's your favorite scent, bro? Like
Don't
you're
say
sitting there-
pussy.
Yeah, that's mine. No,
Come
you
on.
smell something and you're
If
just
you
like,
take
oh,
a
what's
can
good?
of tuna and just put a tiny drop of like piss on it,
Jesus
that's
Christ.
my smell. No, that's terrible. Realistically, like if I was to get a candle or something, it would have to be something that smells like cinnamon. Cinnamon just smells really good to me.
So there's actually science behind that. Actually, it's funny that you say that. They did this is back when I did my health class in like 7th grade, so like take this with a grain of salt because I was a child. But they showed us this thing where like they did sense that like would like work better for men and women, and they found that like the one that like really got like your engine going for men was cinnamon like smelling things, and for women it was black licorice.
So that's why I want to fuck the Cinnamon Toast Crunch mascot.
Yeah.
It makes
Yeah.
sense.
Also, because he's got
a way to bring Cinnamon Toast Crunch into this conversation.
No,
as well.
wait. I'm assuming you're not talking
And
about the little.
Cinnabon.
I'm assuming you're not talking about the little squares that like eat each other. I'm assuming you're talking about what's his name? That guy has a name. Cinnamon Toast Crunch
It's
guy.
the taste you can see, dude.
Wasn't he like a sailor or
Kids love
something?
it. I thought the sailor was Captain Crunch.
Captain
I
Crunch.
don't know the logo guy on Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I have no idea what his name is.
I mean-
Chef Wendell is his name.
I
That
was-
is the name of
yeah,
the
that-
chef from the
old
cover
white
of
dude,
Cinnamon
right?
Toast Crunch.
Yeah. I wasn't talking about
you
him,
know what?
but he's definitely got to be there while I fuck at the food he made.
He's got a big
He
dumpy.
is the
so
best cereal maker.
Yeah,
He's the best, and no one even knows his name.
yeah.
No,
You know.
Fringe. You were asked who your favorite waifu is.
Mhm.
Now that shows me that you know what a waifu is, so you're a weeb. What's your favorite anime?
Favorite anime. You know, my jerk reaction would be to say Dragon Ball, but the older I get,
well, you're
Boy.
Hispanic. We figured.
yeah, dude, it does go crazy.
Dragon Ball
in the
Z is
culture,
just
though.
Mexico's like national sport at this point.
Dragon
I mean-
Ball Z.
It's like our WWE.
Yeah. I've seen
but
the video
more
where they're
realistic.
watching
But more
where they're
realistic.
watching Ultra Instinct Goku versus Jigen and like a big projector. In the
Jiren?
whatever,
Jiren.
whoever the purple
Jiren?
guy is from Super.
Jiren.
Okay.
I don't know their fucking names, dude. I didn't watch Super.
Anyway, this is a Fringe philosopher show.
But
What?
but now I've started to realize actually my favorite anime would be Trigun. It's a little shorter, but I just keep coming back to watching it.
Did you watch any of the new one yet?
Wait, there's a new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, Trigun Stampede.
Yeah, it's by the people that did Beastars.
Is it going to be like Full Metal Brotherhood? You know what I
No,
mean? Like,
no,
No.
it's new. It's new. They've changed the designs up a lot, so he doesn't look like his old character anymore. But
Yeah, it's all
Trigun,
it's
what's
3D
that?
animated. Trigun Stampede.
I've heard good things though. I've
I like
heard
that studio. I liked Land of the Lustrous. I've heard good thing about. I've heard good
people
things
were
about
just throwing a
Beastars.
fit at first because of how it looked.
All right, I'm here in my house now, not on my phone, so I should be.
Oh, so we get a nice
Are you
little
just
echo
telling your
throughout the
wife
Yeah, we
not
had
to talk
nice
while you were
little echo
driving
back
back?
there.
You fucking jackass!
as
She went
he
into
should.
Ross. I refuse to go in that store because all it is a fucking pile of stuff.
That's true.
I feel like that's most stores, but
No, but like Ross
I
and
think- I
Marshalls
feel like-
and all those are like one step above an actual thrift store.
Yeah, I feel like what they do is like the roof opens up and then they just have like a direct, like a dump truck just on route to the dump, just grabs a little claw machine and they drop it off in the middle of the floor. And all the Hispanic middle-aged women run in and like sift through the junk. And that's how they get their merchandise.
Yeah,
It's
but
like what John was from Star Wars.
Yeah, but the nice thing about like a Marshalls or a Ross or a TJ Maxx is you get a bunch of weird candy you'd never find anywhere else. Okay, he's muted now. So
Anyway. All right, friends.
good talk.
Important question. What's your second favorite game? Or
Second favorite.
Second best. All I said was top 5. I didn't even tell you best or favorite. So your top second, top number 2.
top
Video
number
game.
2, second top favorite game
Yeah,
of things. That's number 2.
that thing.
It has a 2 in it. It's XCOM 2.
Ah,
Oh, it's a new one.
Yes.
There you go.
I was also excited to see if XCOM would have won one of the polls there, but it didn't.
Thank God.
Dude, I was looking forward to the rage that would have
yeah.
been built.
I don't
within you
remember who had
guys.
to play it, but I
I
know
think Joe would have had to have played it.
I would love to see Joe play XCOM.
I think what happened was Third Birthday won twice, so you guys lucked out on the XCOM.
Yeah.
Getting ready
But
for
didn't
that.
luck out on having to play Third Birthday.
Yeah, I was gonna say instead of
once,
playing a
so-
good
Yeah.
game that makes you mad, we have to play a bad game that makes you mad.
Well,
Yeah.
Third Birthday's great. Those shower scenes with that weeb dude watching her creepily. That's sick.
I don't know, man. I haven't played it yet, but you know,
Oh, my bad. Well,
Vice
spoiler
has, and
alert,
he's-
it's
he's-
weebish.
he's had not very kind things to say about it. So
I mean, it's not a very good game.
yeah,
I could spend hours on that fucking grid though, combining those fucking abilities into shit.
No.
Dude, I spent
No.
way too much. I think I might have spent like 9 or 10 hours just maxing my grid to the most efficient thing ever. I think I was like a god of that game. Unkillable.
so
I just cubed it out and called it a day and never touched it again.
Uh,
so that's what you call it, cubing it out.
cubing it out.
Yeah. Just filled all the holes and walked away.
God, this episode has like 10 really good titles already. So
Fill all
Darth
the
Destroyer.
holes and walk away.
Darth Destroyer. No, I was gonna say cubing it out. Darth Destroyermon
Counter-Sonic.
asked me what hentai game I would want to live in if I had to pick one, but I want to ask that to Fringe.
Probably Fuda Fuck Dine and Dash.
Yeah. Well, I mean that the way that game ends, kind of humanity's kind of fucked. So I don't know if you want to pick that one, but
Who the
No,
fuck
it's
sounded
fine.
that fucking
That means
suck?
that like magic exists in that setting, and if I'm the main protagonist of that setting, I have to have magic too, so it'll be fine.
well, no one
That means
said
you
you were
have
going to be the main
vaginas, dude.
protagonist. You
Oh
might have.
shit! I'm just some side character.
Yeah, we don't know.
Well, I guess it'd be Hoonie Pop then, because that's Hoonie Pop 2, because there's a little, we're on an island. So yeah, I think Hoonie Pop 2 would be fine.
Well, for the interest of
Decent.
not picking Honey Pop, the same thing you picked, I guess I'll just say Necopara because that's an easy answer.
I don't know that one. What's that one?
You run a bakery, and it's this game where you get cats, but they're girls, and so they
Okay.
like work in your bakery, and they wear like cute little outfits, and then you fuck them, as you do to your
Nice.
cats.
That makes sense, actually.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
I feel like that would only make the dough taste better.
I don't know. I mean, there is that.
when you're eating a cookie and you're like,
Hello,
no, well, yeah, there'd be-
boy, honey.
There'd be hair in it, but no, it just reminds me of that anime Shimonetta, where the girl says, "I made you cookies and I mixed my love nectar in the dough."
Said female Netta? Excuse me?
Shimonetta. It's
watch it. Watch
it's an
it.
anime where it's an
Watch
anime.
it. It's fucking
Last time my buddy
funny.
told me to watch Shemale, I didn't like it.
No. It's
Yeah,
I don't know
female
what
Nutter is a category.
I don't know what it, I don't know what it means, but like the plot is basically it's a world where dirty jokes don't exist, and there's like a terrorist organization when they wear panties over their faces and they like go around like doing lewd shit to freak people out and be like, we have to
Good.
liberate everyone. Yeah, it's a fun little show.
Fringe. It's fucking funny.
That sounds like
It's
a great place
really,
to live.
It's really.
Well, it's not a
I would
hentai
get
game,
along
but
so
yeah.
well. Oh,
No, it's an anime, but like there's a very famous like screenshot of like one of the girls from the show gives the guy some cookies and she's like, I mixed my love nectar into the dough. So like after he takes a bite. Also Strike Knight asks,
Beautiful.
if you could bring one video game character to this world, who would it be and what would you do with them?
it would be Tally from Mass Effect, and I'd probably just fuck her.
It's a good pick.
Wait, was I supposed to do something significant with him? I thought
No,
I could do anything.
I don't care what you do with him. I'm just saying Tali's a good pick. She got that blue dumpy.
Mm-hmm.
And Strike Knight also asks Fringe, if you could bring one technology from a video game series, what would it be? I guess into real life, what would it be and why?
Any game with teleporter technology, because I feel like that would pretty much solve a lot of the world problems. I think we could do a lot of good things with something like that.
Teleporting, huh?
Hmm.
They never really explain whether or not it's technology or not, but I would bring the pheromone shot from Galgun. Just so anytime a girl gets up and it's just like, pew, 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 and she just fucking orgasms and falls over. Like, all right, well, I can get on with my fucking day. All right.
God, I need that.
Save
I
you
did-
40 minutes.
Yeah, she's mad at me for playing games with the fellas. I just hit her with a couple of those. She's good.
Yeah. Honestly, no, if we had the pheromone
Yeah.
shot, if we had the pheromone shot in real life, all war, all problems, a thing of the past. The world would be
People
safe.
would just sit at home. They wouldn't even work anymore. They just sit at home and only actually work enough to afford.
No, the guys would
those
still work.
shots.
I'm assuming it only works on
Fucking-
chicks, but like if we could just, if chicks were getting uppity, we could just shoot him a few times with his pheromone shot and have him give him an orgasm. The world would be safe. There would be no more strife in the world whatsoever.
I went the opposite direction.
Oh,
with
you
that.
only lasted 3 minutes.
I thought it'd be funny if Osama bin Laden was talking shit and like the U.S. military was just had like a sniper rifle pheromone gun. And he just like does it and he chills out. I was like,
Ladies
"Ah,
and
yeah,
gentlemen,
yeah."
we got him.
Or just make him ejaculate in front of all of his people and embarrass him. No one will
He
follow him
probably
anymore.
would. He probably would have loved Galgun based on what they found on his computer.
Yeah, really. He was a huge weeb, apparently.
Yeah.
I wonder how true that is. But if they just like
Every-
uploaded a terabyte of hentai and stuff to disgrace him.
What if that's
every-
like all he could get? Like,
Dude,
that was
every
the only thing he
villain-
could get.
Every villain has one redeeming quality.
Well, I mean, maybe it has something to do with his religion or something. Maybe since they're like animated women, it's not technically a woman or something. Who knows?
The virgins he was hoping he was gonna get when he died. He was just like,
Yeah,
probably-
there's a lot of transgender like surgery out there because if you're you can't be gay, but if one of the partners turns themselves into a woman, somehow that counts. So like it's a thing there. It's a thing. It's kind of crazy.
What a flexible god.
Where the
Yeah.
fuck did you hear that?
He knew. He thought really far into the
What
future.
conversation
Yeah,
or
I
what
wanna-
thing
I
were you
agree with
looking at
Joe.
where that was brought up?
I heard it online. I can't remember.
Yeah,
where
okay.
exactly,
He was.
but-
It's your internet
Okay.
search. You know, like
Interesting.
Muslim trans.
It's like I
porn
want to be
or some
Islamic, but I want to make sure this counts.
It's
I
a
just
way
wanna- I just
yeah,
wanna
it's a way
imagine-
for-
Sorry, because I know he had like Naruto on his hard drive. I just want to imagine Osama bin Laden putting on a Naruto headband and running around with his arms behind his back. Like,
Yeah, no. As he
What
was
was he
planning
gonna
the
do in his
9/11
bunker?
attack, he had like 2 really tall Lego buildings, and he would put on the hat, and then he would just Naruto run into them.
9/11
You
no
think-
jutsu.
Do you think
9/11 no
no,
jutsu.
when the planes were gonna hit the building, he just had his thing and he was like for the Leaf Village,
That ain't
and
right.
they just crashed into the building.
Yeah.
I really want to
For
call the
the-
episode 9/11 no jutsu, but I mean,
Joe,
No.
why are you? What's with the face for it? Was 9/11 2000 and fun?
2000 and fun.
Yeah. The Fringe, is there anything you want to discuss with us? Anything that you want to debate?
did he ever get to his number one
Is
game?
anime a genre? No, we'll wait. We'll save that for last.
No, I just like to say a couple of my favorite moments of listening to your show, if you don't mind, though, because I've been listening to you guys for a very long time now.
Yeah,
and,
you're like maybe one of the longest supporters, I think.
You've seen some shit with us then, because you've seen people die and then, in Joe's case, come back from the dead.
Mhm.
And in Schweiss's
No,
case, come back from the dead.
Yeah, what you brought Twice back.
You know, it wasn't just like the video games. You know, it was like listening to you guys on your real life opinions and stuff, and then even like in a sense, listening to you guys mature more too. You know, like in your opinions and whatnot. It just
we know he's not talking about
so-
me, so
pretty good. Yeah, it's just a pretty good. You know, it's just like kind of like everybody's getting older, and then hearing life events that I kind of relate to. But
you mean
I think my
Schweiss's
favorite-
87 children?
yeah, the pullout game is just not.
Schweiss's house on the prairie.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean,
Uh,
but like I think
the sirens is fucking Schweiss's.
Schweiss and
I thought
Caleb
that was the
Craig-
sound of the kids, but it is actual sirens.
They're finally coming for you. They're like, he said Osama was a weep, fucking get him. Sorry, French, continue.
Oh, you're all right. I have to say, Caleb Craig and Schweiss just absolutely ranting about Parasite Eve 2 and the stealth ninjas. has to be one of the funniest just moments in the podcast history. I think I re-listened to that moment when it first came out. I was stocking at Kroger still, and I was just laughing so hard. I was just crying. I had to like take a second and stop doing what I was doing to hold myself and just pause it because it was just so damn funny hearing Caleb Craig just absolutely lose his mind about those fucking ninjas. And it was just really fucking funny. And then when Caleb Craig happened to guest star, it was actually the first episode I had heard of Ultima Final Fantasy because you guys had mentioned it on an episode of Nude Clan. And I was like, oh, okay. I had heard of Final Fantasy. I played Final Fantasy Tactics, but I didn't play much of it.
So
The series.
you're one of the people that found Nude Clan first and then Ultima afterwards. That's
Yeah.
probably uncommon, right?
I don't know.
It's uncommon from what we
Yes.
hear.
Well, I mean, the way I'd found you guys was I was listening to Audible at work and like night stock at Kroger a long time ago. And I was just kind of getting over listening to books. Like I listened to so many, I was just getting over kind of that whole format. So a buddy was like, have you heard about podcasts? And at the time I'd heard of them, but hadn't really looked into them. It was not necessarily newer, but it was certainly new to me. And everybody and their mom was coming out to podcasts at that time. So there was a whole lot. So he recommended an app. I think I typed in video game podcast or something. I don't know exactly what drew me to you guys. I just remember I found it.
Was it the name Nude Clan?
No, I think it was something about the picture, maybe. I can't remember.
Well, it is just two analog sticks where titties would be. So, I mean,
yeah. I just kind of felt like, okay, these guys aren't taking it too seriously. Like, I'm not going to listen to something really dry because that's
And
what a lot
along came Joe.
well, the video game podcasts that were around right then were like too analytical. They were less about the video games and more about like trying to just critique them and like make a thesis on it or something. Whereas like I just
Yeah.
wanted to hear some guys share their opinions on some games that I also happen to play. And that happened to be this podcast.
also, I'm sorry, I cut you off about what you were going to say with Craig guesting on UFF.
Oh yeah, sorry. So it was I've listened to like 6 or 7 episodes of UFF. Only the Final Fantasy games I've played, 7, 9, and Tactics, then a couple other ones I didn't play. But he was on the Final Fantasy Tactics episode, and him and Joe just yelling about. I can't remember exactly what it was. I think Joe didn't like the changes, or maybe he did like the changes in War of the Lions, and Craig either did or didn't. And they were just arguing back and forth. And I just remember really agreeing with Craig because I had played both versions. And just to hear Craig argue almost the same point as me to Joe, and to hear Joe say something about the dictionary or something, it just like covered at Craig. It was just, I was just so weak. I was like, these guys are actually fucking hilarious, and it's just a bunch of friends kind of ripping on each other. So, and then lastly, you guys were holding those drawings once a month or however that was going, and I happened to win a couple. And you guys signed the copies of the only Final Fantasy games I've beaten besides Tactics, which was 7 and 9, with 9 happened to be my favorite. And it was really cool for you guys to sign those for me.
Yeah, we desecrated some games.
No. I collect a lot of PlayStation games, but I make sure that they're all unsealed. And like I'm kind of one of those people who takes everything out of the box. So it certainly increased the value to me.
Mm. Well, thank you, Fringe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get like sappy or nothing, but thank you guys, man. Like, I had some really rough nights at work, and I would listen to you guys on the ride there, and I listened to you at it, and you'd make me laugh. And I was like, I really don't want to stock these motherfucking Hungry Mans right now, but sure, let's talk about Game Dev Tycoon.
I did stocking at Kroger for a little while, like in Colorado. I worked there for like 5 months. It was my weekend job. That was when I was working 7 days a week. Yeah, that job sucked. And
Yeah.
I had coworkers that were from I think they were speaking Afrikaans. I don't know what the language was, but I literally I couldn't talk to those guys. And then like the other coworkers spoke only Spanish.
Wait,
Put me
was
up
this
in-
coworkers where they asked like who has the fattest ass, and you said you do?
No,
Oh.
that was also at a Kroger. That was Ralph's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but those guys spoke English just fine.
That's another great
I'm running
moment.
a half marathon with the same guys.
Are they going to be
next
behind
month.
you so they could see
They
that you
Giggle?
were correct
they
in
could check
saying
out
that?
my now very flat ass. Yeah.
They're like, Joe, you lost it. You used to have it.
Have the cake, Joe.
What happened?
That's what did happen. I don't know where it went. There was like one day I had like a ghetto booty, and the next day I had nothing there. It just like went.
A4, you should
chopped
draw
off.
a picture just for your personal archives of Joe with. He's going to be naked, but you're not going to see anything. He's going to be looking over his shoulders. You have his back, and there's going to be just a cake where his ass is, and it's going to say Joe's Cakery on it.
Oh, I thought I was just
Yeah,
going to
he's
draw
just
him like
gonna-
that picture of Kim Kardashian.
Oh, that's funny too. Oh, or the what's Nicki Minaj one where she's like, yeah, doing like the booty pop
Oh,
thing.
You got to have
Anaconda.
his favorite Bad Dragon dildo in the background too.
Can we get a
Oh,
deep
and the
fake
picture of
going where
Arnold
we put Joe's
Schwarzenegger.
face on the entirety of the Say So Doja Cat video? Because
I don't know what that video is.
you should watch it. It's
Oh,
hot.
you will.
Yeah.
You will, my sweet child.
You're
You
saying
will.
to put Joe's face over hers, right?
Yeah, obviously. No, the
Yeah.
tiger.
Okay. Well, I mean, why not both?
Yeah, really. Honestly, that
Get
would
the
be the
furry
funniest because then it
fans
just
for
cuts
Nude
to the
Clan.
tiger halfway through and it's just got Joe's face.
Say So Doja Cat.
He's
Yeah.
actually gonna look at it right
Yeah,
now.
I guess he's.
I'm gonna look at it. Sorry, you guys can keep talking while I watch this music video.
Fringe.
You're watching a music video while we're recording, you fucking bitch.
Fringe, who's your fourth favorite porn star?
What
Oh,
from
man.
you, Zach, of all people? As you look down at whatever you're holding in your hand.
Actually, no, fuck that.
Holding for the
Fringe.
last year.
Fringe, what's your favorite fucking Dragon Ball character?
Ooh, Piccolo, easy.
Nice. Gohan's real
Hmm.
father.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I feel like if someone were to get their life lessons from any anime, it should be Dragon Ball because it shows how Goku's a terrible parent, but that Piccolo can still be a good role model and a father figure to an abandoned child.
Yeah, it's not about the real dad, it's about the dad who stepped up.
Exactly. Sure, he gets his ass beat in every single fight, but he's still there. Unlike my
How's
dad.
that woman? That woman's ass is disproportionate to the rest of her body. There's something.
And
There's
that's
something
what's
going on
sweet
there.
about it. I want to figure out what's going on now.
Yeah, her fucking
I
her
don't
ass
know,
makes
but
my
maybe-
penis disproportionate to the rest of my body. So I mean,
I mean, it did seem the thing in when I was in Los Angeles briefly for the butt injections. Those were very common, and when women were in like the yoga pants, it was easy to spot because they'd be like, I don't know, there'd just be like an odd lumpiness to them that just
Yeah, it's
wasn't
like-
like a
It
real
gets
ass.
hard almost. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know
Uh,
if that's what she has going on. She could just be like doing crazy amounts of squats, but I I don't know. There's something weird with that Doja Cat.
Yeah, I think one of the chicks at work got one of those because like she's really skinny and I never noticed before, and then the last 2 days I've like noticed. I'm like, why is that thing so huge? What? Did
It's
you
like a
just take
shelf.
time off to do squats for like 4 days straight, or
Just knocking down boxes as she's walking by.
Postal service is
I just get knocked to the floor. I'm like, what the fuck was that? What is that thing?
you feel like, then you're gonna feel like that homeless person you hit.
Yeah. Speaking of, it's like a hobo's knapsack on the end of their stick. It's just it's
like a
not right.
bindle.
Yeah.
Strike
They
Knight
call
asks.
that
Oh, sorry.
Thumper ass. Oh no, go ahead.
Strike Knight asks one for the Clan and Fringe. If there's one video game world you could destroy, what would it be? I would go with Undertale.
Why?
I just hate all the characters.
Oh, okay.
I just think they're all lame and yeah.
Hey, so
Oh.
A4 is a contrarian, and that game is like people like think it's one of the best games, and A4 is
They're allowed to be
like,
wrong about that.
It was
God,
so
dude.
bad.
I mean, Final Fantasy 14 probably.
They already did
Damn,
destroy that
mine
world. It didn't work.
first.
I'll
They
destroy
gotta
it
do it
again.
right this time.
I think it'd have to be Final Fantasy 11 because they took my money and then they wouldn't let me create an account, and then I bought the game again, and then they said, "Yeah, we still couldn't fix it, and we can't refund you." So it might be Final Fantasy 11.
Oh man, you got to go on the Play Online tutorial, bro.
Oh, shoot! Someone in the Discord walked me through it for like an hour and a half. I forget his name, but he was a nice guy. I told him in the end, I said, "You know what, bud? I just don't think it's happening." I felt real bad too because we were both hyped to play together.
No. I would destroy Minecraft.
Yeah.
Because fuck kids, they don't deserve good shit.
Actually, I changed my answer. I would destroy the world of Gone Home. So I would destroy the Pacific
real world?
Northwest in the 90s.
Yeah, the gay Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
Pacific Northwest in the 90s. You gonna take out all my grunge bands? You fucking
Yeah, I don't like
asshole?
grunge, so this works for me.
Ah,
Wow.
It's weird
Oh,
that
you
you
like
don't
your
like
little-
grunge, but you
you
love...
like your little pop metal.
He likes his trumpets. Is the problem with A4?
No, see, grunge. Look, grunge. It's whatever. They had Nirvana, and then Kurt Cobain did everyone, or I guess, what's her name? The one he was married to, did everyone a favor.
Courtney Love.
Courtney Love did everyone a favor, and then Dave Grohl was like he was finally like, oh man, we can finally start jamming now. And then he made like Foo Fighters and all that other shit. So
Whoa! I mean, like
I hate
Pearl
your narrative.
Jam. I mean, there's so many good grunge
I don't
bands.
Pearl
bro. It's
Jam.
not
I
just
cannot
about
stand
Nirvana.
Eddie Vedder's voice. I can't stand it.
That's crazy.
Why?
And some hand
Why can't you
Jeremy
stand his
Spoken.
voice? Why?
Dude, that's crazy. You sound just like him.
Yeah, it's the easiest
Should
voice
lead
to do.
like,
It's like doing
lead like
Nickelback.
a
It's like,
Pearl
look at
Jam
this
tribute band.
photograph. Or Creed. It's like the easiest fucking voice to do.
Whatever.
Okay.
Okay. What was that? Was that Weezer? Was that the Island in the Sun song?
Was that weird?
I thought he started the Bee Gees or something.
Spoken.
I like Weezer.
Spoken. Yeah, you like Weezer over Pearl Jam? What the hell's wrong with you?
Weezer's a good band.
A lot.
That's where
Jesus Christ.
Mm,
I like
okay,
both
okay.
those bands.
Let me
but,
hold on. No,
what are you
hold on.
talking about?
Hold on. Let me rephrase that. Weezer was a good band for like 2 albums, and it's been downhill ever since. But those first 2 albums are good, so it's fun.
I had the Green Album. Green Album's pretty sweet.
I like the Green Album. I like Maladroit. I
I
like
like Hash Pipe. So.
yeah.
Say it ain't so. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's some good Weezer songs, but they're not Jeremy.
They're
not
good.
The
It's
album
true.
10.
Every song on Pinkerton kicks the shit out of Jeremy. So
Oh my god. Get the fuck out of here, A4. All right.
I'm
Fringe,
recording. So this
French. Come on, help me out here. Weezer versus Pearl Jam.
Are we
dude,
gonna-
Pearl Jam
are we gonna-
every day, all day? Are you serious?
are we gonna have to do the great band bracket?
I mean, they're both great bands, but I mean, like, I feel like if
not
you were
a
to ask somebody
contest.
out on the street who they like more, I'm feeling.
Oh, no,
like
wait,
most people
here's-
are gonna say, "Who the hell's
I don't know,
Weezer?"
just-
No
Just
wait.
avoid little weasels with glasses that look like the people in Weezer.
Yeah. Avoid all the incels, and you should be good.
I can't even refute that because Pinkerton is like the most incel album that's ever been made. Now this is one that'll piss them off. Fringe, Metallica or Ghost, which is a better band.
Oh, Ghost. I don't even know Ghost.
You'd probably hate it. It's like
You'd
it's
probably forget it the moment you heard it, which is
A Swedish
that
rock.
I can't remember the one song. I've listened to it like 6 times now. Each time I say I don't remember it, I listen to it again and then I just forget it. Like I'm not even kidding.
Ghost
It's
is very
just
poppy
true.
metal. Fringe. People have likened it to spooky Scooby Doo music, which is not entirely
I don't
unfounded.
know
Def Leppard. It
how the
sounds like
Swedes
Def
can be
Leppard.
No, you
rock
say that-
stars.
You
Without the hooks.
say no. You say
Nothing good about all the good stuff about Def Leppard taken out, and all you're left with is like the mediocrity
Yeah,
of
the
the
very-
Def Leppard feel.
The
I think
very
it's
little
mostly
good
hooks,
stuff
but,
of Def
um,
Leppard removed.
I think it's mostly hooks, but also you say that's funny too because they just put out a version of one of the songs on the new album, Spillways, with Def Leppard on it. So that's neat.
No. It's
No
like Def
shit.
Leppard.
Yeah,
I was
but-
listening to that shit with Drew, made me listen to like half an album of Ghost,
yeah.
and I'm like, dude, this is just Def Leppard and Scorpions. This is what
Yeah.
this is.
Yeah, why do you think I
And,
like it so
like-
much? They're good bands.
Ugh. Those two bands are way better than Ghost, like by far.
I mean,
it's a shame what happened to the
Scorpions
Scorpions.
are
They
awesome.
hardly got to be a band though. I think they made the one album, and then they were getting new members left and right.
there's
I
a
don't
few
know,
bands
but
that are
they've got
like
some
that.
amazing songs.
I think all of their amazing songs is that first album, and I think everything else is like some amalgamation of people pretending to be the Scorpions.
I don't know enough about them.
Dude, Ghost. It's like you take the members of Def Leppard and you get rid of all of their arms, and then you make the bands.
So they're god tier, is what you're saying.
No arms instead of like 7 of 8 arms, you got 0 out of 8, and then that's the band.
There are some bands though where like they only put out like one album and like the lineup completely changes. Like I think King Crimson was like that. Like I don't think King Crimson has had many albums with like the original lineup when they did In the Court of the Crimson King. But I don't know my King Crimson too well, so.
How's your King Crimson, Fringe?
It's good. Good King Crimson.
Fringe,
King Crimson
favorite
did well.
JoJo stand.
I've only seen season 1 and 2 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So
so you didn't
I
even
don't
get to the
think I'm
stands
qualified.
yet?
No, I'm not. I just finished season 2 like 12 months ago.
Ah.
So you know.
I just did it a year.
Well, there is a chapter. There is a chapter in part 5 called King Crimson versus Metallica. You'll be happy to know.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, it'll be
Well-
different when you watch the anime because they got to change the names. But yeah,
Of course, it makes sense.
Well, Fringe, we've been talking for 2 hours. I do think that it's time for you to tell us the greatest game of all time, according to you.
Wait. Drum roll, A4.
I don't have one.
Are you fucking you? All these fucking drops.
I have a.
And the
I
one
can.
we actually want you to use, you don't have.
I have a
Fuck
rim
you.
shot. I could just play the rim shot a bunch of times.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, perfect.
It's Final Fantasy Tactics.
Wow.
My favorite game of all time.
Nice.
Wow, that is a choice.
Mm-hmm.
That is a.
Tactics is beloved, dude.
Do tell.
Characters, it's not like when I was a kid, it was my introduction to political drama. So it is, I mean, looking at it from an adult's point of view, it is a slightly more simple story than I believed when I was a kid. But the political intrigue, the introduction to that, the gameplay, and just the overall feel of it really resonated with me, and I have beaten that game many times. Recently on my PS Vita this year for the Hog League, I beat it as well.
Nice.
Damn. Have you ever gotten cornered by like 12 fucking monks?
Monks, yeah. Yeah, I had that random encounter happen.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Mm.
I got my entire ass beat.
Yeah.
They're
Did you get a beat without saving after a long time?
No, I happen to save quite often, so
That
yeah,
must be
that's one of
nice.
those. That's one of those FF13 style games. It's like the OG toe dipped into the cold pond of that. Of like, what if we made the game hard and you actually had to get good at the game to beat the game? And so it's like the regular bosses stay the same, but all the side shit levels with you. So you can't just grind your way out of the corner. You gotta fucking know what you're doing, or you're gonna grind your way into the ground.
yep.
So that's what I did the first time I played it as a kid. I could not figure out the combat. And it just got so impossible. I
It's
never
like
got the
What is
troop of
this stuff
monks
where
that
you
are
gotta
just coming out and
move and then
fuck-
you gotta attack? What is this?
Yeah, it's not that. It's
Hey,
more.
setup.
No, I know. Schweiss has just never played chess.
What's the best version?
That, it's difficult to say. But I will say the original on the PS1 happens to be my favorite. I really like the translation in War of the Lions. I think it makes the world seem a little more like realistic in the sense like I believe these people live in this world more because of the use of language.
Is
But
it more like
the,
Shakespearean
first one-
in War of the Lions?
Exactly, yeah. But yeah, I think the first one's the better one in my opinion. For the PS1, excuse me, that version.
Well,
Huh?
all right. All right. Alrighty then. Thank you, Fringe, for coming on to our
Yeah,
show.
thank you.
It was
And,
really
for
nice
having me.
to get to know
talking
you
video
more.
games
That's
with
awesome.
us. for
Talking Bad Dragon
couple hours.
Dildos with us.
Talking porn stars.
Yeah, thank you guys. You know, it's been a pleasure. I was never expecting to be on. I just was expecting to be a lurker the entirety of this podcast existence. The only time I ever participated, I called in on Skype and I left a question, and when you guys answered it, I happened to have been extremely giddy. I'll just be
Nice.
upfront and say. But yeah, thank you.
No, we appreciate all the support and all the input throughout the years, and yeah, thank you to everyone who's ever supported the show as well. This is our final Patreon invite episode.
Really?
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
I'm sorry you had
We
to put
had
up with
the-
me and not the sexiest man alive, Caleb Craig, but you know.
Like we had like the announcement thing, and we gave people a month, and we put the announcement on Patreon, and Fringe was it. It was like, all right.
I'm glad Caleb Craig wasn't on because I don't think I could talk. I'd be so like what's that called when you see a movie starstruck. Thank you.
Starstruck.
And I'd be starstruck, and it'd be weird because I'd also be bricked up, so I wouldn't know what to do. with
You'd be a
myself.
bricked up femboy.
Yeah, I'd be bricked up femboy, and I'd want to give Caleb Craig my boy honey.
I learned what bricked up meant earlier today, thanks to you, and also what boy honey was, thanks to you.
I learned about boy honey, and I'm a fucking filthy degenerate, so that's saying something.
Yeah, it's that
Don't know what
Ohio
either of those
talk.
are.
Would you like to find out?
Yeah, listen to it in a sentence.
I mean, boy honey to me sounds like cum, I guess.
You might say it's
Bricked
Pearl
up
Jam.
femboy gives the most delicious boy honey.
His face. There's fucking his face.
Especially
Bricked
especially when you edge them for a while and you just really let that honey sap just leak.
Man, Schweiss missed a ton. He missed the Guar Bad Dragon dildo. He missed me calling Caleb Craig a slam pig. Just
I heard that. I heard something about a slam pig when I got on. I couldn't respond, but
yeah.
He was in the Ross parking lot, his own personal hell.
yeah.
Caleb Craig,
All
if
right.
you're out there and you listen to this episode, man, you were hilarious. I'm upset you left, but I understand.
Just one Xenoblade
That makes one
Chronicles
of
too
us.
many.
It makes one of us that understand.
His wife that listens to the show apparently is also upset that he left, because what the fuck? What the
What?
fuck? Get your goddamn husband back on here for the last couple months. I know he's probably going to be on for the last episode. That's not confirmed, but probably. But what the
Well,
fuck?
Yeah,
It's
you
gonna-
better join us for Conan Exiles.
Yeah, it's
wanna
gotta be
pay for
like,
that server.
It's gotta be like your Avengers Endgame, you know? You guys gotta get Caleb Craig, you gotta somehow, get Cameron.
Yeah, maybe if we give him like a really expensive bottle of scotch.
No, you get those
Kinda
little
like
tiny
a bit of
bottles that you
face.
get at the checkout counter, and you
We'll
make a
like a little
trail of
like
them.
box. We'll put a box and a stick, and then we'll have it in there. We'll pull it last minute.
Was
Yeah.
was it Zach that guest starred on the what was that that movie, the House of
Yeah.
the Dead movie? Was that you, Zach?
It was.
Okay, yeah, I thought that was you. That was the
It
first
was
time I
me.
heard you. Yeah.
That was my soft debut. Was House of the Dead.
Yeah.
That's crazy because I don't think you were really on the show until like a whole year and a half later or something.
Yeah, I know. My visa got lost with my green card, and it just was.
It makes
Yeah.
It
sense.
was a whole
We had
mess. It was.
We had to call Trump and and tell him to get him back. And he
Yeah,
did.
it was hard, honestly.
Well, it
'Cause
was
honestly-
fine.
Like
Oh,
I
go ahead.
said, the podcast can't exist without Donald Trump. That's why since he left office, we've been in like a spiral, right?
Yeah.
Hosts are quitting. We're hiring non-Jew Jews. Like the crazy shit's going on over here now.
We somehow-
Should win the 2024 election, and then our ratings just go
fucking
back up. We're like,
aliens in the
oh, we're
sky."
back.
Yeah, I was gonna say
We're
we just
shooting at
dragged this
aliens
out.
now.
We just
Yeah,
dragged this out
that's-
to like the November 2024, and Trump somehow doesn't get the election stolen from him. And then we're just like, you know what? Let's keep doing the show. We got all the energy. Let's go. Let's go.
And they're like, you know what? We're back.
Better than ever.
No, that's how
It won't be
about
Joe,
Donald
because
Trump-
Joe's not going to do it anymore, so it's going to be us three again.
If if Donald Trump becomes president again, we reboot in 2024.
No. Joe will do it because Donald Trump becoming president again will break his brain so hard that he'll like a switch will flip and he'll become like a hardcore conservative and he'll just be like, yeah, let's go, yeah.
Yeah, third time's the charm.
I think if that were to happen, the best opening to that episode would just be like this time on NudeCon, and it'd just be Joe with his hands in his face going, fuck! And then it would just start.
And we're just in the background dancing to Rock and Roll Part 2 like a Joker. Like,
Good lord. All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Fringe, thank you again, sir.
Thank you guys. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Live always in the nude.
Wait, I have something for this. This episode brought to you by Pure All Natural Bricked Up Femboy Honey. Get yours today.
walk with your. You like took all the things I was gonna say. Walk with your bad dragon dildo held high. Fuck off.
I'm trying to sneak around, but my dummy thick femboy ass cheeks are giving away my position.
Wow. Fuck off. How about
So then, why in the hell do I have this raging boner?